Yes. We're live.
Breaking.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome. It is Thursday night, and
we're live.
Yes, and we're live. Just in case you did not, catch that the first time, we're live, and it is the NLG Show. Welcome, everybody. How's everybody's week's been? Because
tiring.
I've been on vacation, so you could say it's been pretty magical.
Is that why the little scruffiness?
I'm jealous.
Yeah. Stop shaving on Saturday.
Yeah.
Nice. The bearded.
With that logic, Chris has been on vacation for a long time.
The epic beardness himself. Are you? Is your microphone working now?
I couldn't see Chris. It's like he was blended into his portrait.
His his microphone is not working.
His Microsoft.
It's like, where's Waldo? There he is.
That wasn't on purpose.
Yeah. Good old fast.
His microphone is not working.
Can he hear us?
Can you hear us now?
Can you hear us,
Chrissy? Yeah.
Give us a thumbs up if you can hear us.
Just put Craig
Can
back
you hear
in
us,
place.
Chris?
All right, he can hear us.
All right.
While we're at it, can the chat room hear us? Because I had to redo my PC this week, and I have absolutely no idea what is. I have no idea if anything is working at this point. So,
Hey, Indie Gamer.
what's up, Indie Gamer?
Chris,
Hey,
It's Infinite's birthday, so happy birthday.
It is happy birthday to Infinite. All right, so Jago can hear us. What's up, Jago? Hey, and by the way, so while we're waiting on Fastback to get his
shit together,
I want to welcome Indie Gamer into the Gamers United Guild, and I also want to give a shout out and a welcome to BG4G into the Gamers United Guild. Welcome to you guys. It's great to have you. Indie Gamer, we've been working on Indie Gamer for a while here, and it's just one more step until we officially recruit him into NLG and just be done with it. That's the goal. That's the.
Can you hear me now?
We got you.
Hey,
Yes, there you are.
I don't know.
Well,
I got an adapter where I have to my Surface Pro where I have a couple extra USBs, and I guess
Pro.
the one that was plugged into it didn't work.
Hey,
Frankie.
Wait, whoa! What's wrong with the Surface Pro?
Nothing.
Hey.
I know where Frankie's going.
Yes, I know where he's going to. Stick to your cheesy rotten apple products.
I don't like Apple, so you go
Yeah,
go
you do.
for it.
You might as well. 'Cause that's where all the pricks are at. Cool people, the nice people are on Microsoft.
The
Surface
nice,
Pros.
the nice people are on Microsoft.
Yes.
Right. Oh no.
Oh my God! So
You're like the spawn of Steve Jobs that, you know. You're like the bastard child of Steve Jobs. Sorry,
How is it?
No money.
How is it that now we have
Gave me
now
Apple.
John is a man now of Zen.
Right. I'm a Zen.
Chris is taking over.
Right.
Frankie's already pissed off John too many times, so now he's being cool with him.
All right, I
He's
have
trying
to
to-
be
He's
good.
trying to lure me. He's been trying to trap me all week. He ain't gonna
It's
work.
been working. So
Oh,
He
it
thinks
has
it- he
been
thinks it
working.
is.
You guys have
He
been going
thinks it
back and
is.
forth
He
like
just
two
doesn't know
cats.
People talk shit to me at work. We go back and forth. I can dish it and I can give it to you. So
Look,
whatever, dude.
I go into
Whatever.
the Discord. I go into the Discord room and I'm just like, "The fuck is going on?" And I had to scroll through to find like a nugget of news,
Yeah.
something that's. Hang on, sorry guys, I need to do something very, very quickly here. I've added a
It's a
browser.
browser
There's a reason
source.
for this.
my
So,
God.
unfortunately,
So
I don't mind Chris on that Surface Pro, but if he shows up in a onesie, man, that's it.
what is wrong with the one?
You know what?
I
I'm gonna
don't
get a hold
know.
of Aaron Greenberg and let him know the bullshit that Frankie gives me all the time and how he's always making fun
Yeah.
of Aaron Greenberg.
Make sure
He'll
you
give me-
tag Don Matrick though. I need that
I
guy
will.
to know that he is a legend.
will.
He needs to come back and save
Don
Xbox.
Patrick.
Where's them
John
metric?
Patrick-
Them metric anyways
How's
nowadays.
Don Matrick gonna come back and save
He's
Xbox?
fucking laying on a pile of money
He
somewhere.
was wearing Don Patrick was wearing a
What?
onesie that
Wait a minute.
Xbox would have been.
What is going on? Am I on
One day,
Twitter?
Golden parachute is not going to deploy.
On Twitter. Oh wow! All right, this is descended into madness
This
already.
is great.
Oh my
I can't
god!
close my menu on the Skype and Frankie's.
Yeah.
It's all his fault.
Yeah.
Oh my god! How's everybody doing? Really?
I told you.
Absolutely fantastic.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I survived a haircut by my 7-year-old, so
Nice.
Wow.
Well, and vacation is coming up for me. I'm
Yeah.
headed the hell out of town. I am getting out of Dodge.
A much deserved vacation.
Come
Yeah.
visit me.
Yeah.
There's nothing in Cleveland, but come visit me.
I love those.
Rocks,
I
no?
love
According
those.
to what's that guy?
I'm
Drew,
going back to Cleveland.
I
Cleveland.
love those videos. The Cleveland, the Cleveland tourist videos. Have you guys
God,
not
Frankie's really close to me. Yeah.
And you
Yeah,
got Nate
he's-
and
You like
next
it.
door.
seen- Oh my god!
Yeah. Frankie's right
Okay.
next door.
Oh my goodness! So, yes, I'm eating cake. I don't care. What's up, chat
Cake?
room?
Oh, we're celebrating.
We are
Son's
celebrating.
birthday.
We're back on
Jacob!
the air after I had
What's
a
up,
breakdown
Infinite?
last week. I apologize, by the way, for us not being on last week. That was all me. So it was
Nope.
that week. That
I need to
was,
apologize.
Well, flatlined.
what a
sorry.
crazy week that was.
Man. Last week was awesome.
Thursday just somehow I just lost it. So I appreciate everybody
Well.
being back this week and well, looking forward to a really good show tonight.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if there's news out there, but we got games to talk about. So if we get to some news later, we get to some news later. But we got games we got shit to do tonight. And,
Right.
we're gonna start off by, of course, introducing everybody and finding out how everybody is doing. To my right, your left, my left, your right, is the man, the myth, the legend, my brother from another mother, from down below the border. he is in the game. What's up, Peter Heutink, HTK? What's going on, man?
What's going on, man?
I don't know where the hell that happened. I
I
don't
don't know,
know. What a.
But yeah,
That's why
life
I'm
is
tired.
Yes.
Life is good. Work is crazy, but life is good. Still got plenty of gaming in. Played some Microsoft Flight Simulator, and I got my. Let me see if I can unblur my screen because that will be fun to see.
Right.
Let me see. Oh, what the heck? Oh, here it is. Background effect, none. So I got my, Microsoft Sidewinder force feedback 2 out of the closet.
Nice.
Wow. Now, is that USB?
That's USB, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh wait, grab that stick again, Peter.
So it has the,
There we go.
it has the sensors
That's
in
so
it.
nice. How much is that new, Peter?
No, I've had it for, I don't know, 20 years.
Oh wow.
And playing some Flight Simulator on it. And then so I was digging to my old stuff, and I don't have the original game anymore, but I found the Flight Simulator 98 book that I
Oh my
Oh my
goodness.
God.
got a long time ago.
Right.
And then I also have this baby down here still.
Oh,
That's
man.
nice.
So
Does it work? Does it?
I don't know if it's still, well, does it work on Windows 10, you mean? I don't know. I should give that a whirl.
Yes.
So, but yeah, that was. You could still fly the Concorde, and adjust that nose and stuff. That was cool.
Nice.
But now the new one is like super awesome too. I don't know if you've seen like people on the internet where they would look to see where the hurricane is and stuff, and then flying right through it and over it, and pretty
Seriously?
awesome. Yeah,
That's
pretty awesome
really
stuff.
cool. That's
And,
really cool.
So Super Cooper and I, we've been flying, and we've found out that you cannot crash into each other, which I guess is good. So you don't have people bullying each other by crashing each other out of the sky, but you can fly side by side and just go each your own way. But the game is awesome. Did some monument touring here in Washington D.C. and the monuments look like crap. So it's like, and even, you're flying over your own city and the house doesn't look like it. But we'll have the same, what do you call it, blueprint, but that's about it. It doesn't look like it. But it's, I don't know if it's really meant for flying like, 100 feet above the, about 100 feet. I think you're supposed to fly like pretty high up still. And then it looks right. And it's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome.
Nice.
So another game that I've been playing is Fall Guys. I also got it on PC thanks to the Indie Gamer and Super Cooper. So Cooper and I, we've been playing it. The game is just hilarious. Playing it with a group, it adds a lot more to the fun factor. So that was fun.
I want Frankie to play with this so I can knock him off.
Knock him off. Hey, give me a hug. And then
I'm gonna fall, buddy.
Goes over the edge.
It's gonna be fall guy
I've
for
been
you.
eliminated.
Fall
Wow.
guy.
But then you have to play it on PlayStation, so I mean,
Goose
you
Fabra.
can't have that.
That's
I've
too much fall
been playing
for me. Sorry.
A ton of Greedfall. It's an awesome game. It's like a RPG, like 16th century kind of fantasy world. So good. So good. I've been streamed it like a few times, but it's really it's my jam right now.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, don't worry, I know J Prime goes to bed early, so if I might talk you guys into let me do my retro segment first. He wants to see more M Classic.
Oh yeah. Got a tiny little sneak peek.
Don't worry, Frankie's got to go to bed early too, guys. Don't want him to be grumpy tomorrow.
Oh, Mike, can you do the
I'm
Will
not
of
messing
Names
up.
or not?
Oh,
Don't
yes.
forget that. Don't forget.
Oh my goodness, yeah, we can. Hey, you guys that are in the chat room are in for a treat. Thank you. I got to start sugar. Hang on, let me get that started. While I'm getting that thing up, why don't you tell them real quick? Let me do this. Let me get
Let
to
Chris go. Yeah,
let
Chris go.
And then So, brother Chris, the man with the beard. Does this thing have a rubber band at the bottom? Did you band that thing up? No, of course, you better not.
It's not long enough.
He's
He's
got
not dreadful.
This is true, but he's
Probably
got,
white hair or something. I don't know.
It could be. It could be.
You can't contain that beautiful beard with a mere rubber band.
No.
All right. Well, the mostly positive gamer.
I'm very positive.
He's
I
very positive.
positively respond to people who are positive to me. Too. Treat people the way they treat me.
There you go.
I don't know about that.
There you go. So, it's.
Oh, you know.
Yeah. All right. So, the man whose clock goes off 10 minutes before it should.
Not anymore. I got to put new batteries in.
Did you?
Damn, now,
It's
now
still
we're here.
going off,
Like,
but I don't think the battery is
10
too low,
minutes.
too low for the Mustang to turn on right now. So
All right. Well, anyway.
get that on next week.
All right. Well, the man who supports
Jago.
everybody, he is Fastback. He is Chris Williams. What's up, man? How you doing?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Just here, another week, long week. My daughter's in school, so she's got some cool things going on. She's taking a class for about introduction to engines, introduction to animation. So she sent me
airplane engines.
yeah, she's working with the Unreal Engine, so she made one little game. She sent me that.
Oh, nice. Very
Nice.
nice, though.
Yeah, so it's kind of cool, excited to hear about her experience with all that stuff that she's doing.
That's cool.
But other than that, it's a long week at work. Hot. It's hot over here. Y'all are over here complaining about 80, barely 90 degrees.
It's
We're like
94,
triple digits.
Chris.
Down here was, I don't know how.
We're in
Yeah.
Texas.
It's like
Mid-80s.
94.
We've been 93, 94.
Feels like 104 or something crazy.
Sun is bigger over here. Remember that.
I don't know. I think it's been in the 80s over here. So, what's up, Jay? It's our
The
video.
graphic god.
Yep, it's our producer, our video producer, graphic god. Oh wow.
Jago, you know that
George said it.
any
George
Mustang
said
that I
it's
have is a V8.
98.
Come on.
98
Ain't no
Utah.
damn sixes.
Oh. All right, so what do you
60 something.
what have you been playing, brother?
Some Battletoads.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I played that too.
That is
Damn, I forgot all-
really.
Still played some Grounded. I tried Spiritfarer.
How was that?
Probably
It's
doesn't like
okay.
it because it's good.
I gotta get more into it because I got to the point where you can start building your raft and I didn't go any further than that. I just haven't jumped back into it. I mean, I do more of my gaming on the weekend. So now that I have to work every day, so yeah,
Okay.
no more every other Friday off. But definitely some Wasteland 3 this weekend.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, by
Thanks.
the way, real quick, I saw him earlier in the chat. I wanted to say hello, give a shout out to Go Game Go. He had a dynamite interview last night with Tommy Tallarico, which we called after the Amico All Access, and it was even different than ours. Like the stuff that they talked about was so cool that you hadn't heard from him in any other interview. I highly suggest checking that show out, checking out Go Game Go's channel. I just wanted to say that real quick while I was punching names in here. Sorry. Go ahead, Chris.
That's the one that Tommy retweeted earlier?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yes. It was
Check that out.
great. It was a great interview.
Oh, and of course I've been playing Fall Guys. I actually played that earlier in the week.
Nice.
Got on with Coop one night. I just love that game. I got to level 10 now. So,
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, it's catching up to do because I played it on PlayStation, and then all of a sudden, like on Steam, and like,
It doesn't no cross progression.
no.
no, not right now. I think it's been talked about, but I don't know.
Man,
Maybe
they-
they're waiting for the Switch and the Xbox to come out, and then we'll see.
They still don't have name display
Not on
on
the
the
PC.
on PC. What the hell?
Yeah, I don't know why.
It's the most downloaded PS Plus game ever. That's pretty good.
Would they say 7 million sold on Steam?
I don't,
Yeah,
that's
could
a
be.
lot. Shit, I won't be surprised because I haven't had any trouble. You know, you're about 60 players in each setting, so and it's been up there between 55 and 60 every time. So,
Yeah.
but no surprise that it's the most downloaded on PlayStation because it is free.
And
But
it's
it's
less
a good
than
game.
less
It's
than
got a
2
good-
gig.
Yeah, but it's got a good reputation since. it came out,
Yeah.
so
Nope.
it's fun.
All right, hang on. Keep.
Ooh.
Oh, hold on. I got to figure out how to. To your current.
So can we talk about Battletoads now, or do we have to wait?
Well, let's wait because it is.
It'll be that's gonna be my Game Pass game, so I got a little bit of gameplay in there.
How did I?
Gameplay.
John, how you doing?
John, what games have you been playing this week?
Well,
Okay, well,
I'm sorry.
tell
I'm
you
working on the
games
wheel. I'm
I've
working on
John?
the wheel.
No,
John doesn't play
we don't want to
games.
get to you, John, because after you, we'd have to get to that guy next to you.
Hang on. I'm working on the wheel.
No, we're
well,
good.
go ahead, work on the wheel, and I'll get through this real quick.
So,
If Chris,
We'll wait till he pops off at 11:30. Go to bed, and then
All
we'll get
right,
you.
welcome to we
I'm
will.
not going to
So
bed.
he is. All right, hang on. I got to give him his proper intro. That's not fair. So he's got a new camera. You can
Right.
so you can now really see the Pokemon sitting next to him.
oh yeah, jazz.
He is jazz hands. He is the console hugger. He is the man who will not stream. You can't make him. And just Mr. Zen.
That's right. I'm at
No
peace.
longer Spicy John Place. He is now Zen John Place. What's
Right.
up, Johnny? How you doing, brother?
Oh, I'm not-
Sensei place.
No, I'm doing real good. It's been a busy week. I just finished getting the platinum for Ghost of Tsushima, and I thoroughly enjoyed that game.
About time.
It's awesome. Then I've been playing some other games like Frankie. I've been playing the Marvel Avengers beta, and I'm going to say this right off the bat, man. I started playing that, and just immediately I'm hooked on it. I'm sold. I'm getting the Earth's Mightiest edition, which I want to do an unboxing in a couple weeks, on the show here. But the gameplay is awesome. I just got hooked on it, man. I couldn't quit playing. I just played for hours. Other than that, I've been, like Frankie also, I've been playing Paper Mario. And Frankie and I are going to talk about that later this evening.
Origami Mario.
Yes, the Origami King, and it's a wonderful game. Other than that, oh yeah, in honor of the Avengers too, that's my Captain America shield.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I play with that before I play the game. It gets me in the mood. And
Oh,
You got to.
You
yeah,
have a shield, you should wear it.
is your wife throwing shit at you or what? What's going on?
she should. I deserve it sometimes. But other than that, I've been working a lot. But really excited about being on the show. We missed last week. We've got the Wheel of Names going. Frankie's back now. We got rid of Craig Ailor, and the whole crew's back tonight. So it's time to celebrate.
Yes. I'm trying to get the wheel of names here.
Right.
There we go. There's. Oh,
You playing
that's a
some,
little.
some
that's a
golf
little
game
big.
or something?
Hold on. Oh yeah, some little golfing game. Like
Did Super Cooper, when he gets in here, he needs to know that they have good beer over in Portland.
Oh, that's right. I've been playing that PGA Tour 2K21, which I'm going to talk about later on. Awesome golf game. Yeah. So those are the games I've been playing.
the first
Just
one in.
whacking the balls around, huh?
Yeah, first
Right.
one in.
Frankie sent me a message because we were going to do this thing with the Paper Mario together, and he said, "When are you still whacking your balls with your shaft on that golf game?"
Oh. Holy shit! Look, it is Western Drake 20.
Oh my
Oh
goodness.
my lord!
Nah,
what?
don't give him any attention. He's a pony now. He's
Ah.
switch to PlayStation.
Oh my god!
Pony
Sell
Drake.
down Fastbot.
How in the hell are you,
Okay,
man?
Pony Express.
And very good to see Western Drake back in the house. Man,
Right.
very nice. Let me add him to the wheel. All right, so talk about for a second. If I can get it up there, because
Best makes a Weston Drake hide.
Yep.
Turn his camera on.
Turn his camera off.
I love Rogue. They have some fucking great beer.
Here we go. All right, so
Mike, is that your computer or my screen keeps flashing?
it could be. I don't know. I'm having this
Flash
is,
Gordon.
yeah, it's just so weird.
That's the
It's not showing what I need it to show. I need it to show the wheel of names, and it's not showing the wheel of names. It shows it in the oh, hold on, let me do this. Client,
Oh my god! Look, we're on a time crunch here.
I know.
Fix your
we are.
shit.
Now, where'd Chris go?
He did that thing where I made him mad and he left.
He'll be. Well, he'll be
10
back.
episodes later, kapow!
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I wish I knew what was going on.
Yeah, get Craig
All right.
Williams in here.
Okay. All right. So the wheel I've got the wheel of names up. I've got everybody in the wheel of names. You're just gonna have to trust me tonight till I figure this crap out. But John, tell us.
Yes,
what
sir.
Tell us what the
We can
wheel
just
of
pull the winner. The winners are
yeah. Tell us what the
Kay and Frankie.
Right.
Yes.
Well,
tell us about
All
the
right.
wheel of names tonight.
Thanks for watching.
well, Mr. Mullis, the Wheel of Names tonight, we have a special gift to give away. We're giving away one $25 Xbox gift card and one $25 PlayStation gift card today. And all that's required is that you're listening in on the show when we give the prize away. And there's the Wheel of Names right there.
Yeah, there's the magic wheel of names. I'm almost giving up on trying to figure out how to make this work right. So
I know that we've got kind of diverse listeners out there, so I thought, get one of each card and give it out to the fans. And we appreciate your support, and it's just something we like to do once in a while.
yep. So tonight somebody is going to win, and what do we've got? We've got 2 cards, right?
Yes, sir.
All right.
$25 PlayStation and $25 Xbox card of your choice. So when you
Did
win,
it again?
who
Yep.
did it again?
Did it
Why
again.
do you hate Nintendo so much?
Because
Oh,
Nintendo gives you nothing and you'll like it.
Well,
Give us Paper Mario and it's pretty great, okay?
actually, I could. That's Frankie. Thank you. Next time I will. Next time I'll get the Nintendo too.
Relic
What about
said,
a Steam, fellows?
Lady Ventress, which I believe is Relic Gamer's wife, is making him ribs.
I can't give away any
phone
Steam
died, but
cards.
She's watching. All right, do I have Lady? But I thought I put. Yeah, don't worry. Lady Ventress is in. She's in. So, the Wheel of Games will be spun later this evening. So let's see how long you guys hang out.
The reason I don't give away Steam cards is because it sounds like stream, and I don't like stream, so I don't Steam.
Oh my god, that's great. That's great. So, all right. So,
Hey, could have been store credits, but Frankie will burst out of his skin.
Do they even have?
I don't know.
no idea. All
Say
right.
don't ask, don't tell.
Frankie, what's up, man? How you doing?
Good. Been on vacation for the past 2 weeks. My boss died yesterday in the parking
Yeah,
lot.
I'm sorry to
apparently,
hear
So
Sorry to hear
Excuse
that.
me.
that's
I'm really sorry to
pretty
hear
rough.
That was
Yeah.
rough.
Yeah, so I'm kind of bummed to go back to work now because it's rare. Look, I think we could all agree that it's very rare when you have a boss that you absolutely love. So knowing I'm going to probably never have that again kind of sucks. But
Oh,
what can you do?
Yeah, condolences to his family.
Yeah.
welcome.
But that's the end of that. We went out of town last weekend. Went down to Columbus. Should have went and visited Nate because I think he's down there somewhere. Should have texted him.
Columbus, Ohio,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, isn't that where?
Yeah, he's in I think he's in Westerville or something down
Yeah.
near there. So
I could have got you
Which-
some deals at GameStop.
Fuck GameStop. I went to a bunch of they have a lot of local used game shops, so I got cleaned out over some some GameCube, some Dreamcast stuff. Got a lot of stuff I was looking for though, so got the other Resident Evil games for the GameCube that I wanted, which fuck man. Resident Evil 3 Code Veronica are way too expensive on the GameCube right now. They're ridiculous.
How much are they going for?
Code Veronica I paid $115 for, and
Ooh.
Resident Evil 3 was, I want to say, $90.
Damn.
Like they're.
I played that on the. I could have sworn I played that on PS2.
Which one? Code Veronica?
Yeah.
Yeah, Code Veronica X is on the PS2 also, but since I have the other ones on the GameCube, I wanted to have them all on the same system because I'm an idiot. So.
That's reasonable.
But yeah, you could totally get the PS2 version for like $10, I think. That's what I've been seeing it for. So definitely cheaper avenues to get that, but the GameCube version, for whatever reason, the price shot up recently, of course. So that sucked. But other than that, like I found a couple Silent Hill games I was looking for. Obtained a copy of Castlevania Symphony of the Night, which I've never actually owned, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, so I've just been snatching up a bunch. Yeah, I've just been snatching up a bunch of older games. It's nice because you go on eBay and you got all these people with all these brand new Dreamcast controllers. So I got myself a new. I treated myself. I got a nice red Dreamcast controller for myself. So
Very nice.
Really happy about that. So yeah, just been loading up on Dreamcast games, and at some point, once I'm done with my current bullshit, I'm gonna sit down and start playing a bunch of Dreamcast stuff.
Well, you know what you need for that Dreamcast.
Right.
What do you need, Mike?
What do I need, Mike?
Wonder what
You need some
gonna say,
VMU?
Mike.
Yeah, well
What is
yeah.
it? Segue?
You know,
Ring pops.
I literally just put new batteries in all my VMUs.
Right.
I literally did that on Saturday. So
I had the chip in mine because of the battery, that CMOS chip or whatever. I've got mine to where now I can replace the battery now.
Oh,
because
did you
the
do that?
time- Yeah, I did that on both my Dreamcast. Yeah, it works great.
was it easy to do? Because
I took it somewhere. There's a place up north where I live that does that. And,
Gotcha. Yeah, because J
Pennsylvania.
Prime's got one. He's gonna help me out with. So cool.
It's not like I had to do it. I mean, there's only most of the games you can play. There's only 2 or 3 games that are affected if the clock's not working.
Oh, I didn't
But-
know.
Yeah, there's 3 games that won't function right if that CMOS chip's not working properly because it relies on it for the accurate time.
Huh. I'm betting
I can't
Seaman's
remember the
one of
name.
them. Seaman's probably one of them.
It may be. There's 2 or 3 games. I can't remember the names of them.
You like it? Drakey likes the Uncharted poster behind me.
Uncharted?
Yes, the Uncharted.
Uncharted.
I have to keep that alive.
Has he
Alright,
played
well,
Uncharted?
I know Jay's got to go to sleep. So if you guys don't mind, I could do my retro segment real quick. Wait. Give
Oh,
me
of course.
5 minutes, because I know he wants to see this. So,
Why don't you do one of the cards now? Just while he's here. Do one now, do one later.
we'll do that if John wants to do that. It's up to John.
That's fine. Yeah, we're all team, man. I'm all about Zen. Let's get it away.
Fucking sensei.
Zen plays.
Sensei John.
Right?
Sensei?
Sensei John. Sensei. All right. I mean, we could do. Let's do a wheel of chat. A wheel of chat.
Right.
Let's do a wheel of chat.
Right.
Okay. All right. So, John, which one do you want to give away first?
I don't know. Let's. It don't matter.
Peter, which one are we giving away first?
I'll let somebody pick. I don't like doing the hard.
Let's do the Xbox first, because
All right.
PlayStation is on
We're gonna
top.
spin the wheel for a $25 gift card for the Xbox Store, courtesy of, I don't know, Tito's something or other, whatever video is playing up in the upper left corner of the wheel of names there. I should have everybody here. Let me just double check and make sure I've got all the names of the current folks.
Viper Strike in
Oh,
there.
don't forget the product of the week either, Mike. I know you're rusty.
Oh, that's
We got
right.
that.
That's right. Well, all right.
Yeah.
Can we do retro way
That's
back
after this.
product
Yes,
of the week?
you can do
'cause
retro, yes.
I did download it. I've got it.
You have Go Game Go in it? Yep.
I got Go Game Go. I got Lance
Lance
Jennings.
Jennings.
Got Infinite.
Michael Garvey.
Indie Gamers in there.
Pong.
Gen Gamers in there.
You got Pong.
I got Pong.
Take
Relic.
got
Coop
Tim.
out.
Relic Gamer.
Yep.
Yeah, Cooper's gonna win.
Gorge Games. I
Look at
got
Western Drake. Come on, baby. Shake them dice.
I got Relic's son and wife, so he's got
Take that Western Drake
three
guy out.
chances to play. I do got Coop.
Can't
I've
just come
got
back
Coop in
after
there.
5
You have
years.
George Games.
I got George Games.
Now,
I've
see
got
Viper Strike.
I got Graphic God. I got Indie Gamer. I got Lance. I got Jago. I think I got everybody.
Mega Mike.
I got Mega Mike.
Oh, and Luke
Although
Pionier.
technically, I got Lepanier. I got my brother Lepanier. Technically, family, that gives him an advantage because he's got three chances to win. Relic Gamer.
Hey.
I know. Relic
Well, let me
Gamer,
log
Lady
on to my
Ventress,
daughter's
and Mega
account
Mike.
and say hi. And
Right.
my wife say hello.
All right, here
Wait,
we
where
go.
are my brothers at?
Oh, there's Project Jeff. Stick him in there.
Oh shit, you're right. Oh, he got.
Hey,
it
how
just in
come
the-
Jago's little slice is wider than everybody else's on the wheel? That's why he's been winning all the time. Look.
Oh really? All right.
It's an optical
$25 gift card for Xbox. Here we go.
Wheel of names.
Happy
Pop.
Jago!
Jago again.
He's getting ready to say happy birthday. Oh. All right. Well,
That son of a
congratulations,
bitch.
Jago. You have won the $25 gift card.
Jago, this is only for Game Pass, PC, Xbox. Sorry.
I think he's holding a magnet up to his monitor or something, man. He's doing something.
All right. So there you go. Jago has won the gift card. We'll let me write that down because I'll forget later. Damn it. I don't know.
Wait a second. Did that go around one time fully?
No, it went
Yeah.
around more than once.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, you get some of those people in The Price is Right, man, and they give those little spins that don't even
All
make it
right.
right, you know.
You don't have
Yeah.
the strength to go one. Make it one round.
All right. So I'm removing him from the list, and we will come back later for the PlayStation gift card. So all right. Let me cue this up. So with hopefully Generational Gamer has not left because I really wanted him to see this. He knows that I have been really, really enjoying my retro time, and you guys all know by now that I have really taken a liking to the Marseille M Classic. The M Classic, we've now got multiple videos on our channel about it. I did a podcast with Generational Gamer on his channel, which you got to check out. His channel is freaking awesome. Where we talked about the M Classic and I got sold on it. I bought it, did a podcast over here on our channel talking about my impressions of it. I did a video that aired this week. Only 17 subscribers from 1,000. If you are in our chat room and you have not yet subscribed to Generational Gamer, please go subscribe to his channel. Let's get him over 1,000 subs.
Yeah. It's good stuff.
He really does. So I did an M Classic versus M Cable video because a new friend that I met, Nicholas Dabry, lent me that, so I did a little comparison video, and now I'm back with some more because, honest to goodness, this is the best $99 I've ever spent, and yes, I bought this myself. This is not a paid advertisement. I bought this thing, and I will tell you that
I'm starting to wonder.
it's the best $99 I think I've spent in a long time on my gaming. And I'm going to show you why. So I've got a couple of clips that I took over the last week. and I've been playing around with DaVinci Resolve, which is also thanks to Gold Chain Gamers and Super Cooper, who both told me about Resolve. So I want you guys to take a look at the video that I'm about to show you, because you guys have got to see, and Frankie, you're talking about Dreamcast, and those of you who have original Xbox, like OG Xbox, OG Xbox might be the best or biggest difference that I've seen in yet. So I'm going to roll this. I'm going to start with a game that has come out remastered, Destroy All Humans. But after playing with the M Classic, is Destroy All Humans 60 frames per second in the remaster?
Don't know.
Yeah.
See,
Don't know.
I thought it was just a flat-out remake.
I don't know. So,
Yeah, that's
who
what I
knows?
thought too.
But here's Destroy All Humans. Now, this is the native 480p Xbox. Pay attention to the mothership. We're going to pause it. This is through the M Classic in 1080. Look at how much sharper
Nice.
Yeah. So, I took some video of the game running, Destroy All Humans running at 480p. Now, if you guys have not played Destroy All Humans yet, it's a really fun game. You are an alien. You are here to take over the Santa
Is that the Ecto
Modesta. Huh?
Is that the Ecto 1?
Yeah. So, if you look at the same game under the M Classic, it's sharper and much less jagged, which I find amazing for an OG Xbox game. And we'll take a look here. So, pay attention to the saucer. You see how kind of jagged around the edges the saucer is? It's not quite round. So we're gonna get a little closer now. The game is fun, by the way. If you haven't played it, the game is really fun. I'm enjoying getting back into it.
Wasn't it Game Show Gold?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Or
All right, so I'm gonna turn the saucer. I'm gonna pause it here. Now, look around the edges of the saucer, and you see all the jagged edges around the circular saucer. Watch what happens when we put the M Classic on. It anti-aliased and upscaled. Look how much nicer the saucer looks. I mean,
It does, and it went from a yellow color to more of a goldish color.
Yeah, it did. It softened.
It does.
Shut up. Look at the balls. That's it. Good night, everyone. I'm out of here. Yeah,
It did. It actually, the colors, it kind of changed a little. It's not the same.
no, it does. It did change them a little bit.
What do you do with the people that you picked up or dragged along?
All you could do is really just drop them. You can't. Yeah.
you can't probe them?
Yeah. Now, no, you can't. Now, for my second game, I had to pick one of my favorite races of all time. This is Outrun 2 on the Xbox. I want you to pay attention to two things. Pay attention to the car. Look at the car. The car looks really good in 480p, and of course it's 60 frames per second. But the car has some jags on it. It's a little rough when you're looking, right? I'm going to pause it right here. Watch what happens when I turn on the M Classic.
Well,
It completely, not only does it upscale the game,
brand new car.
watch it in action. If you told me this was an Xbox 360 game, I'd believe you. The car is completely smoothed out. And don't forget, this is upscaling from 480p to 1080p without any of that kind of blurriness. It actually works. I was like, I'm so blown away by what this thing looks like.
have you done the Crazy Taxi on the 360?
I have not.
Because that one looked like crap, and you showed it on the Sega?
Dreamcast, and it looked,
Dreamcast.
Yeah, the Dreamcast, and it looks amazing.
And that looks amazing.
So again, this
definitely
is back to 480p. And again, it looks great. And this is running through an HDMI, the pound HDMI cable, Peter.
All right. I got that one.
You can see the jagged edges when it's moving too, Mike.
You can.
Like
now,
the car, like it's not outlined.
All right, now, we're going to stop here. And through the power of DaVinci Resolve, I figured out how to do this.
Hey, how come
So,
all of a
look
sudden
at
I went from
Speedball.
4th gear to 6th?
Look what it does to the car. The car looks smooth again. I mean, the car looks smooth, and the car looks not so bloated. I mean, and it's the same car. I ran the game. I ran the exact same game twice, once in 480p and once in 1080p. I mean, the difference, it's astounding. I mean, it actually freaking works, and that's amazing to me. So, this is what it does to an Xbox game. Now, you guys have seen what I've shown that it does to Dreamcast games if you watch the other videos. But, Frankie, I got one thing for you. And I got something that I just pulled out that I was like, I ought to try this too. So we're gonna, as soon as this video is over, but even look at the side of the car when it's sliding.
Right.
It's crazy
Hey,
looking.
look at those particle effects though too. They look pretty sharp too.
Yes.
When you got off on the grass.
Yes.
Ooh.
I had to get some Jet Grind Radio.
Very
Had to
good
get some
game.
Jet Grind Radio.
I
Now,
love this game.
I'm running this it's in 1080, but you notice it's letterboxed.
That's
So,
right.
one of the things that the M Classic does, look at this color. Look at the color scheme there. The one thing that the M Classic does, it's got a switch on it that turns on and off the video effects, but it has a retro mode on it that will take the signal. So like the HDMI card, the HDMI cable for the Dreamcast puts the game in 640 by 480, so it pulls the raw video from the VGA, but it widescreens it, so it looks stretched out on my TV. The retro mode is specifically built to put it back in 4:3 mode. So what you're seeing here is what you would actually see, even though it's HDMI, what you would see if you were running this on a CRT or on a VGA monitor, a 4:3 VGA monitor. And even Jago said this looks like a 360 game. I mean, look at the colors.
I'm curious. I'm gonna give you homework, Mike.
Yep.
I want to see like an OG game, then using the M Classic, and then show that same game on a Xbox One and see what they did.
Okay. All right. So yes, and so so generational gamer is correct, and that's what I'm trying to say. The signal is 640 by 480. So what you're seeing here is what would come out on the VGA signal. But the HDMI, one of the issues that I had was because it's 640 by 480, my Elgato could not record Dreamcast. But thanks to the M Classic, it upscales it to 1080p, and even though it looks this good, the Elgato can totally stream it, which is how I made this recording. So
Very nice.
Yeah,
So
you want to borrow my Armed and Dangerous, and you can.
Oh, talking about Armed and Dangerous.
Yes.
It's in the Games of Gold.
Yes.
Woo!
I did one more game because I wanted
You remember
to
getting
see...
that game and it had like a sticker sheet in there with all the didn't have like bullet holes and stuff?
Oh,
Wasn't that Armed and
yes.
Dangerous?
The manual?
Yep.
The manual does.
Yeah. So the game came with a little sticker sheet in as well, and it had like those bullet holes, so you could put it on anywhere, your car or whatever. I had my PC with plastic.
Mine's an old Blockbuster rental, so.
That was a great LucasArts game. I mean, that was just...
Wow.
So,
Yep.
I took a shot at one more game because I wanted to see, what I didn't yet try was an older game, something from the 16-bit era. So what you're seeing here is one of my top 5 all-time vertical shmups. It's called Robo Alest, or it could be Alesti, or however you want to pronounce it. Robo Alest for the Sega CD.
Robo Alesti.
Alesti. It's from 90 Day Fiance. Larissa from 90 Day
Yes.
Fiance. Oh, Robo Alesti. So it's Robo Alest, and look at how crisp the picture is. I mean, what this thing does is it sharpens and anti-aliases at the same time, which is kind of funny. But look at, I mean, yes, it's a Sega CD game, but it just enhances how this thing looks. And what I really have to do is, now that I think of it, I need to go through and I need to now remember how I did the full motion video game stuff. I need to go through and I need to play like Sewer Shark and stuff with the M Classic and see how that looks. So,
Mike, just the fact that you can do some of these in 1080 though, and then you can stream them, that's worth the money in itself. Just being able to do that.
Yep. So, Generational Gamer says check it out on a Saturn. I agree, and if you look at the M Cable versus M Classic video that I did, I did a video of Burning Rangers and Clockwork Knight, and I will probably do some more. I'm really enjoying playing these games again, but I'm also I'm so blown away by what this thing has done. I can't. It's hard for me to not sound like I work for the company or they're paying me. I mean, really, honest to goodness, this thing has re-energized my desire to play retro games more often than I do. And as you saw at the beginning, the OG Xbox games get a major facelift. And that is, I mean, you would think because it's newer than the Dreamcast and newer than the Saturn, that, the diminishing returns thing. No. That is the biggest, it's been some of the biggest difference I've seen.
I need to get one of those and try it on my Switch games, Mike, because people are using it on the Switch even.
Yep. And Generational Gamer, on his channel, he's got videos of what it looks like with Switch games. He's done a lot of great videos over there. So, what's up, Dazzy? So he says Switch is negligible, but so this was my.
I mean, if it's not like worse, then and you have
it's not.
M Classic, then might as well use it.
And I will say I did try using it with the PS4, and it really didn't make much of a difference there either. The base PS4, and I guess because even though they tell you can upscale 1080p to 4K, it seems to only be 1080p to 1440, and I don't have a 1440. I don't have a 1440 TV. It doesn't. So there you have it. That's my latest crack at the M Classic, and honestly, I'm learning how to use DaVinci Resolve. So the little freeze frame and the little wipe between the two.
I like that.
I've learned how to do that stuff. So I'm having some fun. So
nice.
Yeah. So
yeah,
thanks,
I still gotta
guys.
give me one of those.
I'm not kidding. I would not.
SNES.
I wouldn't say it if I didn't believe it in my heart. Best $99 that I have spent in a long time to get to enhance my gaming collection. All right, Generational Gamer, you can go now, J Prime. Sub to that man's channel, please.
Good night, sir.
So, all right, who wants to go next? Who's up next? Frankie, everyone's to your right, so that doesn't help me.
So Frankie's right.
Peter next. We'll go in order.
All right,
Sure.
There we go. All right, so I believe that you were calling this.
Drum roll. You get something popping up?
The humble. Oh, I don't know why it looks like that though.
Humble TK.
Humble TK.
All right, a little spotlight for the Humble Choice subscription games that are coming out in for August. Don't know if you have this picture for that, Mike.
I do. I'm getting it up right now. Give me one
Didn't.
sec.
So HK, you're going to be our PC
Some
gaming
PC,
expert. You know,
well,
let everybody know what's going on PC.
yeah, I'll try.
Hey, that's not a bad
But
idea.
this Humble Games,
lot
that's
going on.
every I'm a subscriber, so every month I can pick at least 10 games. This month they were nice. They gave me 12 choices. But what we have is a couple of pretty good games. We have Vampire, which I actually played already part of it on the Xbox. It's a awesome game. And the other game that I was really interested in is the American Fugitive. I think Super Koopa has already streamed it for us, and it's like a little, 2.5D fugitive, and you have to avoid the police and stuff. Haven't gotten too far in it because of Greedfall is taking all my attention.
It's a current
And,
digital joint, so it's probably pretty damn good.
Yeah. Another game, I think, Chris, you talked about it, right? The Hello Neighbor. Wasn't it your daughter played that, or somebody?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my kids play that.
Oh, your kids too? Yeah, so.
So much so that they play it like for real outside.
Uh-oh.
Yes, they go outside and play
Sneaking
Hello
into
Neighbor.
the real neighbor's house.
Right.
And then the other game that stood out for me was the Call of whatever you pronounce it.
Cthulhu.
Cthulhu. The heck. Call of CT.
Cthulhu.
Cthulhu. There you have it.
Oh God, I've been drinking too much. I thought you said country lube.
Country man.
Call it that if you want.
What?
Those are called pop
I'll
rocks.
bring some other stuff. Man. Stay off the booze.
Oh my god.
Wow.
That's
So those are the
hilarious.
games that really stood out for me this month.
I've heard really good things about the Coma too. I want to play that.
Yeah, it looks interesting. I had that one selected because I thought I had to only had 10 choices, so it's like it looks interesting.
I picked up that Through the Darkest of Days game. I haven't played it yet. It just sounded really unique. It's like a set during World War II. I think it's a strategy game, but you're like leading a resistance group against the Nazis or something.
It's always fun to lead anything against the Nazis.
So true. Good old BJ Blazkowicz.
So good. Yeah. Especially the older ones, the best.
Wolfenstein.
So there you have it. Humble TK. And also talking about PC, and just to please Frankie real quick, some 2 games that are available on the Epic Game Store for free right now, up to the 3rd, which is Hitman. I mean, everybody loves Hitman. And then the other game, the name just escaped me. Let me pull it up real quick. It is Shadowrun Collection. So there you have it. It's available for free till September 3rd. So at least claim that license and move on.
Those are good games. Shadowrun, Hitman. Shadowrun games are good though.
So there you have it for
Anything
PC.
on Prime? Oh, you're a Prime member?
Yeah, I am, but that seems a little bit old news. But let me see if they.
Yeah, Chris, it's old news.
Sorry.
I think they they have it in the
last
beginning of the month. But what they have is for games with Prime, they have Treachery in B-Town City, SNK 40th Anniversary Collection,
Ooh.
Metal Slug 2, Samurai Showdown 2, King of Fighters 2002.
Yeah. Can't go wrong.
Yes.
Nothing wrong with being a PC gamer. Lots of free stuff.
Exactly. Oh, and Shaq Fu, Legend Reborn.
Okay, let's not talk about Shaq Fu.
Yeah, no, this one's actually not as bad as the last one.
That was just funny. So there you have it. Here's my Humble TK segment. Hopefully you guys like
Nice.
it. PC Masters.
If you don't like it, just dislike the whole podcast. The whole
Just
thing.
like the whole thing.
Right.
Yeah.
I think at least in
right.
Shaq Fu he can make the free throws. Yeah.
Oh wow. Oh.
His hands are so big. Oh, the whole basket of them. Thing.
Yeah. All right, moving to the next man on the block. It is. All right, and I got your video earlier, and I'll be honest
Turn
with you.
your PS4 off.
Wow.
This is your captain speaking.
And the hits keep on coming.
Right.
We're clear for takeoff.
John is just over here like, you know what? I'm good.
I'm good. I'm
I'm
zen.
good. I'm good.
Shout out to Daz. Had Dazcast on earlier today.
Oh yeah.
First Dazcast in a while.
Yeah. Notice I didn't go to the Dazcast and troll and give him a rip of shit. Just saying.
Wait, you mean the Dazcast went gold?
Yeah.
Oh my god. All right, so Relic says the PS4 comment is real. All right, so Chris, I'll be honest with you. I have no idea what game you're going to show, but I'm going to show it for you.
I know what he's going to show. It's called
I don't remember
Spirit
what I was
Fair.
going to show.
Well, hold on. Let's see.
Spearfishing?
First off,
That's Battletoads.
what have we haven't even decided yet. What are we calling this segment?
Well, wait till you see the first part and see what y'all think.
All right.
Opening
Fast
part.
Spot. Fast Spot presents
That's
Xbox
what we
Game
just make it
Pass.
simple. What
Show
y'all
corner.
think? By
Don't
Chris
listen to anything
Williams.
Frankie says.
Greg
Phil
Williams.
Spencer, where's the check?
All right, we're going with this for this week, and we'll come up as soon as you tell me what the name is. Then that'll be what it is. Oh, cruising get what now I know what it is. Hold on.
Well, I wanted y'all to see it first to see
Oh,
what
get
everybody
this.
thought.
shit.
He's getting some extra promo time here. Look at this.
Look at this horse
Hold on,
shit.
now I have to see.
Oh, tell me why. When is that
Hold
coming
on, I
out?
gotta see
No, I
what
want to.
Cruising
So I'm
Game
recording this
Pass
off the
with.
Xbox, so I can
Alright.
show.
Oh my
I can
god,
show
look at
Game
that.
Pass from the Xbox itself,
Wow, that's what Game Pass looks like. Wow.
so that people can see it.
That's
from,
what my basic
Alright,
cable
alright,
channel selection looks like.
Basic cable. Basic cable is the best cable. It's better than over the
Oh
air.
no, Frankie Keeley over there.
Hey. All right. Turn up your microphone though, because you are very
Hey.
faint.
Hey though, but for real, like this is the new UI they did, right?
I don't
Like
know.
they just pushed the new UI forward. It's so much smoother than it was
Yeah,
before.
this does look like the new UI.
It's so nice.
All right, turn up your microphone.
I guess I don't know why
It's
not.
butter.
All right.
Anyways, I'm showing like what was recently added. I'm showing what's leaving soon, so that people can see it instead of just me talking about it or pulling it from somewhere. Coming straight from the source.
Nice.
So that's what I want to do either every week or so, and then of course there's my game of the week.
Very nice.
What's your game of the week?
What you just
Battletoads.
Xbox Game Pass?
Xbox Game Pass.
How much does Microsoft pay you? I need to know.
Oh, jeez.
That's between me and them. NDA, sir. You know that. You don't tell me what state PlayStation paid you, or the
$10 gift cards.
the Bag of Dicks comic book store.
That's only with
They
Eric.
deliver a lot of that shit. That's for sure.
All right, talk to us about Battletoads.
Battletoads.
I don't remember playing the first one, but I do like this one right here. It's pretty fast paced. I love this sense of humor from the game, from each Battletoads. It's funny. There's stuff in there that for us adults to get, kids won't even understand. But
Like what?
I don't know. If you hear it on the deal, I can't remember shit.
You said it's not for kids. Why do you ask
All
them?
right.
I know you're asking too much of that shit.
Yeah.
I just play it. I don't know if there's any sound, so there is
yeah,
sound.
There's sound.
Yeah, but no, but it's a fun game. I like what each toad brings. You know, their own special abilities and just how they fight. This is the big guy, the brute.
I'm trying to think if I haven't gotten this far yet.
Yeah, just a little bit further in the game. I didn't start over.
Are these the ones that give like a shock and a...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Especially once you give a whole bunch, like the ones with a shock and then the other ones, and you know, they combine them.
Fucking,
Like,
the fucking ice cream dude.
yeah. And you have like 3 of those, and you have 3 of those, and then 3 of the other guys too.
Yeah. With water around you.
Yeah.
I do recommend because there's a lot of buttons that you're having to use. You know, you got your I think the left button or the left trigger where to bring out your tongue. And
well, it's left.
yeah. The right button or whatever is for you want to move quick.
They call that sprinting.
A's
it's
jump.
Dodge.
Yeah.
No, it's a sprint though.
Is it?
Jack, you sprint. Yeah.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever you want to call it. And
With the left trigger you have to use with a. Don't you have to use? You have to use it with a button though for the tongue. I always forget which one
yeah,
it is.
you have to press
It's
either
the Y.
It's Y or
Left
X.
trigger and Y, or an X is the one that
Yeah.
you
I think X is for the. Yeah.
to get his characters
I
use
think
your tongue
X-
to kind of
X
rope around.
grabs,
Grabs
like,
you.
X
and
grabs,
Y
yeah.
grab.
But you have to use the Y to grab the special orbs. What is what I call
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
diamonds?
Yeah. And then
I was
there's
at a
like
level and
these
I couldn't figure it out. I mean, obviously I've done it a few times, but I couldn't figure it out. So I posted on Twitter, and it's like, you have to use it with the Y. It's like, oh, it's not the B or X or whatever I was pressing.
I'm
See, like, I
heartbroken
have,
right
like,
now. I bought this game and now it's spoiled for me. I've never seen any of this.
Oh, this isn't spoiling
This is
anything.
not a
You're not-
spoiler at all.
You can't really spoil anything.
Yeah, this-
Yeah, they have to fly, so you get.
I know. Can you believe how inconsiderate Chris is, John? I haven't seen this either. I'm just
Jesus.
fucking.
Right. It's
All right, so. All right, keep going.
Man, I still have to first play the first one, so this is a major spoiler.
Yeah.
I love the art style.
I do
Yeah, I do
too.
too.
It kind of reminds me of a Ren and Stimpy, like the Battletoads, you know.
Yeah.
I think you have to use the
It's
other.
kind of got that edgy animated look, you know.
Yeah.
Chris, you're really having a hard time with that tongue, man.
Yeah.
Because you
I-
use the tongue, but you have 2 different buttons for 2
Yeah.
different
Well,
things with the tongue, which is like.
Well, I think the flies is to build up your special power. I don't know because I wasn't able to grab them. So I think when you're whatever
Yeah, but isn't it
meters.
for your health?
I'd like to see that tongue with
Otherwise
the M
hell.
Classic.
Yeah, they have to.
See, right here you gotta. So this is a mix. You got your brawler, and then right here is like a puzzle that you have to solve. So that's one part of. There's a couple different type of genres mixed up.
I like these.
Yeah.
Yeah, but after you've done like them a couple of times, they get a little.
Yeah,
old.
they're not
Like,
hard.
really? I don't know. That's how I
Of
am.
course, you're gonna see me struggle a little bit here.
Yeah.
Naturally.
For whatever reason, I didn't catch on to the where it shows the X's, the red X's. I was like, oh yeah, that should be white, or yellow. But someone earlier was asking about what difficulty level. I have it on medium or normal. I think it's called Toad.
Right. Yeah. Playing.
I think easiest Tadpole.
Mhm.
And then Battletoads.
Are there difficulty achievements based on difficulty?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm sure there are.
Yeah, there's one for beating it on Battletoads difficulty.
But it's not easy. But the only reason why, like, I passed certain stages, like to me, the turbo bike, that was the hard. That was pretty. That was the challenge.
brutal.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially as you got like towards the end of it, it's just like so much.
You had to jump. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, but then you have the what you call the
You gotta eat the orbs too.
the dodge, whatever the fast
Oh,
move.
yeah,
You have to
the-
do that.
the
Plus
top left, right. Yeah.
yeah. Plus you have to also move in that direction because otherwise you're halfway and you still don't make it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I kind of recommend if you have an Elite controller, I kind of recommend using it and then mapping your stuff to make it a little bit. There's a lot of buttons you got to mash just to do this and that. So, yeah, I kind of recommend that. But overall, it's a fun game. Beautiful art style, I think, and just the sense of humor is fun.
It is.
Yeah, so hopefully I'll finish this weekend, and then play with my daughter on this, and I think she'll get a kick out of it.
Yeah, the couch co-op is cool.
Did you try couch co-op with this one, Chris?
Not yet. No.
I'm curious.
Oh, I lied. I was in this level. Never mind.
Yeah. This one bummer that it doesn't have online co-op.
I know. Yeah.
So that's
But, I mean,
my only negative
I
about
talked
this
to,
game.
Diego, and he was saying how it's just hard to really. It's a lot to try to add that. He thought about it. And this was done by was it Dalala?
The
Yeah.
Lalo.
So I don't know how big a studio they are, but
They should have some. Microsoft
I kinda wonder what-
helping them out.
because remember it got quiet. They weren't talking too much about this game, and then here, all of a sudden, here it is.
It's because people kept complaining about how it looked, which I never understood because I think it looks the same as it did before.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it looks great.
I love the art style they went with. Like it looks great.
Yeah.
I don't get how people want everything to look the same the way it used to, because remember, we were all kids when this came out, so it was cool to us back then, right? So now, people
Yeah, but
gotta
don't you
understand,
played it on CRTs and stuff?
this is
Even if-
not, is more geared towards the kids nowadays, and it's a nostalgia thing for us. We can't expect everything to look the same all the time.
Yeah.
Well, then again, you have people who love Call of Duty and Madden, and those are like the gamers.
they-
So.
Yeah.
Well, the thing about this too is that it does capture the essence of Battletoads. I mean,
Yeah.
Battletoads was a beat 'em up, and then on top of that, it adds like the turbo bikes. Instead of the turbo bikes being, two-dimensional side-scrolling, it's three-dimensional, so it gives you that aspect of it. And I haven't gotten to any of the platforming levels yet, but to add that on top of it, I mean, and plus, if anybody watched the behind-the-scenes video on this that Rare did, the story was written by TV writers. I mean, they put effort into this game, and it's on Game Pass. It's a no-brainer to play this unless you just don't like beat 'em ups, which I understand. If you don't like beat 'em ups, if it's not your thing,
I typically suck at beat 'em ups, but
Yeah.
I almost gave up. But then it's kind of. I mean, you have to kind of know your buttons and what they do and stuff. Once you kind of get a hang of it.
yeah.
Oh, and I edit this in the one that you were using. What's it called?
Da Vinci, whatever.
Yeah, DaVinci. So I downloaded that and getting to know that a little bit.
I think this is the last level I did.
Yeah, see,
Yeah, I've done this
now,
one.
remember in the beginning where they showed you how to grab onto those chains, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot how to grab onto them. I was like, what the hell?
It's kind of cool too because you can use it within a fight too if it gets too,
I'm trying to grab
Get
it.
out of
I
it.
thought I edited this out
There you
because it kind of took too long. You can cut it, Mike, if you want.
Okay.
But
And cut.
because once you beat the guys here, you try to get across to the other side, and I don't know what the hell I forgot how to grab it. So if anybody in chat remembers,
That's all right.
You should ask Jeff because he finished it. I believe.
Crazy One finished it too.
Crazy One finished it as well.
I think Crazy One finished it on Battletoads difficulty because
Yes,
can you figure out how to play through the first game without losing a life or something ridiculous?
he
Or I
did.
thought a continue screen or something.
Yeah.
Indie Gamer, nobody said that was live gameplay.
Whoa.
Wait,
Wow.
it wasn't live. Or
Oh.
rewind.
George Games is
I'm
back
glad it
in.
wasn't live. Uh-oh.
All right.
Yeah, that was a new one, George.
Yep. Awesome. So,
I was surprised at how good. I mean, not necessarily surprised because this is exactly what I was expecting, but like you're talking about, just like the quality of the story and like the cutscenes and the storytelling, it's so good. It's exactly what you would want out of something like this.
yes.
So that's it. The very first screen when you barge in on this dude who's like fucking rocking out to the pause music from the from the old game. Like, I was like, okay, I'm already in love with this. Like, they're going for the exact humor that I love. So, yeah, I think I just sat there and I sunk like a good 2 or 3 hours into the game already. So, I know I'm in the middle of Act 2. As far
I'm
as
curious about Act 3 and 4. Because what I've heard people is like it goes a little bit downhill in those. I'm definitely curious what you think about those.
I don't know. Jacob said he beat it.
I know they change up like what you're doing because I've seen Juan posted a video of like some crazy like space shooting section.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, some of that stuff looks like it's gonna get pretty tough.
All right. Nicely done. So, nicely done. So, all right. John's turn. Hold on. Let me get. And I already know what John's thing is called because.
Oh yeah.
Is it called the product of the week?
Oh.
Shit! Ah, damn it! You're right.
Oh yeah. Well, hey,
Ah,
start the product of the week. I got to go to the restroom real quick. Do the
it's
product of the week.
it's
I'll
your
be right back.
What? It's your product.
No, it's not.
Okay. It's yeah. All right.
Hey, we don't want him to
All right.
pee right now.
Come on.
Right.
No, it's okay. Go for number 2.
I'll
Well,
go.
let me announce it, and you can play it, and I'll come back real quick. I mean,
All right.
when you got to go, you got to
See,
go.
Is this a commercial for Depends back in the 80s?
I was going on. I was all happy. Now I feel sad and guilty because I have screwed it up again. I am a
It's all
horrible.
right.
I am a horrible host. Somebody else.
It's your first week back. It's
I've
like you
only
start
gone a week.
new computer, new mic. It's okay.
I've only been gone a week. We're only gone a week. It's not like I've had a 6-month vacation here. Oh,
Right,
my
but
God.
this makes the second week since our last show.
This is true. I appreciate you trying to lift me up, man.
It's all about the Zen, brother.
Zen John, what is the product of the week?
The product of the week is if you like pizza and jumping and sinking balls, you're going to love Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah.
It's a shame Chuck E. Cheese may not last. But
Also, the founder of Chuck E. Cheese is the founder of Atari.
yes, who has friended me on Facebook, Howard Borshaw.
Oh, ho, ho! Chuck E. Cheese here with Christmas presents.
Nolan Bushnell.
Now till Christmas at
Oh,
Chuck
he's
E.
following me on
Cheese's,
Twitter.
Everybody ordering a large pizza who does this gets 20 game tokens free. Add a salad
Later
to
in
that
your butter.
pizza and you get my new calendar with over $100 worth of coupons. 20 free tokens, just like this. This big cheese is all hot.
And
Oh, no,
apparently,
That's
all
not the
Brooklyn-
video.
What? That's not the one?
That's not the one. Oh my god.
Oh, son of a bitch.
This is amazing.
Jeez.
Okay.
Son of a Chucky.
All right, look. Here's what we're gonna happen. You're gonna go to the bathroom. Frankie,
Yes.
I'm gonna do. Wait, I gotta get back into where is it? I thought that was the one. Oh,
No, that's not the one. I'm so upset. I'll be back.
all right,
This is
I'm gonna have the
amazing.
right one by the time he gets back.
Yeah.
I
That's right,
have,
John.
I have.
He's not even wearing pants. Don't even bother.
Do y'all have Peter Piper's where y'all are at?
Nope.
No.
Oh.
That's like a Chuck E. Cheese. You know, it's kind of similar. But to me, the pizza there's better
Wait a
setup.
minute. Wait a minute. Hold the phone.
Phone.
Oh, it is the. Shoot. Oh, see, I.
You fucked up.
You had a chuckle cheese.
Thanks.
Hey, it's still Chuck E. Cheese. Fuck it.
That's what I'm here for.
Thanks. I appreciate your desire to destroy my life.
Y'all remember the first time y'all went to Chuck E. Cheese?
Yup.
So I remember So me and my brother, I guess I think I was in second grade, and I remember my mom telling us, "Hey, we're gonna go somewhere. It's the biggest present. It's real huge, and y'all are gonna like it." Okay, we got all excited, and I remember going to Chuck E. Cheese the first. Put some clothes on.
I'm glad you found your shorts.
But I remember walking up to Chuck E. Cheese, and we didn't know what to expect. And we went through the little door. You remember the little door?
Mm-hmm.
And
Kramer
walked
entrance.
through, and we were like, "Oh wow!" You got greeted at the front from Chuck E. Cheese himself. The one that we went to, he had like a Elvis suit on, and so he would sing Elvis song. So
Well, see, the reason I picked this, Chris, is when I was in high school, I actually worked at Chuck E. Cheese when it was called Showbiz Pizza Place, though.
Here we go.
Ho,
Yeah.
ho,
And I-
ho!
Oh, shit! I just picked. Oh, come on.
What?
Go back to the
He made it bigger.
That's right.
Oh,
I ruined it.
God.
I ruined it, but at a higher resolution.
Yeah.
I feel like Matthew McConaughey. in the whole series.
Is this with the Classic?
You can taste the pizza time theater with Chuck E. Cheese. Food and games and all kinds of features. For a taste of pizza time theater, you can.
Anybody wants Corona cake?
Smile America.
She's really struggling eating that pizza.
Hey, did you get my ass?
America with Chuck E. Cheese.
Nice.
Thank God.
The only talking mouse from Brooklyn.
I used to wear that outfit, man, when I worked there.
Was
When
this
you
in
go
a
down
strip
there,
club,
you-
or is this?
You need to pop some pills, I guess.
All right.
So wait, you never stripped while wearing the Chuck E. Cheese outfit?
No, my stripping career came later on after my first divorce. But
That's
actually,
a
Oh my
fucking
God.
missed opportunity again.
when I worked at Showbiz, I used to make the pizzas and the cotton candy. I worked the cotton candy machine. I'd dress up as Chucky, and I'd entertain the kids. And I'd run out by the skee ball machines, and I'd entertain the kids. And one day, this little girl, I bent down and said, "How you doing?" And she looked inside the mouth, because when you had the headpiece on, you looked out of the mouth there, and she goes, "I can see someone inside there."
Oh,
Yeah, and it ruined it,
totally.
He just like threw the top off. He's like, I'm done.
But I acquired a lot of tokens. Like, I had like these token holders, so I'd go in there and play Dragon's Lair. And back in the day when that first opened up, they had all kinds of arcade machines. So when we were cleaning up the place at night, me and the gals that worked there were back there playing the video games, and stuff, having fun. So it was a fun place to work.
Having fun. Ah.
Yeah.
No.
A little in and out.
Having fun playing video games back with two girls.
Monkey Punch, what's up, brother? Oh, and Nathan is in the house. There's Nate.
Daddy,
Hi, Nate.
Dinero?
So, hey, just a reminder, folks, for those of you who are in the chat, we have a $25 PSN gift card to give away a little
Yes.
later. He's watching us in 4K,
Woo!
except we're only in 1080p. So
That's upscale.
that's all
It
right.
helps
We
goes
can
for him
upscale.
though.
That's the M Classic, Mike. We've been over this.
We have
That's
done, I
right.
know. So yep. Right when we mentioned
Right
Chuck
when
E.
they-
Cheese, Nate shows up. All right, so later on, we're going to give away the $25 PlayStation card. So stick around, folks. But right now, it is time for Ready Player John. And we're going to kick over here, and I'm going to see if this is going to work. We're going to make it work. Damn it.
Right.
All right.
Oh, no, now it's got me talking.
No. Turn it down. Turn it down. We're all good. In fact,
What's up, everyone?
This is Chuck E. Cheese.
oh,
It's like
stop.
classic
Piece of
announcer
cheese.
voice.
Okay, there we go. All right, and I can move around because I'm.
Yeah, if you just play from the beginning to end, it's beautiful from
All
there.
right.
So you just let her rip.
Have at it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, tonight I wanted to talk about the PGA Tour 2K21 version. And for all you golf fans out there, I've got to say, I played this game, and if you like golf, this game's absolutely fantastic. this game actually, HB Games actually created the game Golf Club, and that came out back in 2014. Well, HB Games and 2K Games have merged, and voila, you've got PGA Tour 2K21. This game is like totally awesome. I mean, it's very challenging. In fact, it's got 6 different difficulty levels that you can select. But actually, the first 3 difficulty levels, the amateur levels, are actually harder than like the EA golf games. But this game is just fantastic. You pick it up, it just screams golf. HB Games does a wonderful job, and now that they've got 2K with them publishing it, they're bringing forth. It's basically the golf club game on steroids. The graphics are beautiful. Trying to see where we're at now. There are about 30 some courses that you play on. Now, what's interesting about this, when you play through this golf game, you basically play as your player. You cannot play as any of the pros that are in the game. So when you start the game, you create your character. It's got a pretty good character creation screen that you can go to, and you can customize everything from the hat, the shoes you're wearing, your golf clubs. And of course, with the golf clubs, you've got all your, you got every way, you've got your Callaway golf clubs and your other famous brands that you can play with. There's also sponsorships that you can get while you're playing. And the courses are just beautiful. I mean, I've played a lot of golf games in my time, but this one is like awesome. And I can't wait to see what they do going forward. But this game pits you against real pros like Justin Thomas, Bryson DeChambeau, Tony Finau, and Jim Furyk.
These are all made-up names.
Yes, no, these are real. These are real names. Yeah, they're real names. But what's great about this golf game, whether you're right or left-handed, you can pick early on your controller. Oh, there's my fancy duds. Look at those socks. Wow. Golfing's all about the socks. And
EA's game never looked like this. Seriously.
Right. This is a beautiful game. I'm telling you, it's just absolutely gorgeous. But those you got to have the swag, and those socks are what makes the golfer. Right now, I'm about ready to tee off. And the one thing about this game, the wind has a big effect on your game, especially depending on what difficulty level you can play, which you can adjust at any time. The higher you go up, the more the wind has an effect on you. But if you've got like a wind blowing 11 miles an hour, it will move the ball like across the fairway. So you have to adjust for that. Like I said, it's just awesome. Right now, I'm playing on a middle setting that I like. Besides customizing your golfer, you can actually create private matches, and you can invite your own friends and actually change the rules. You can, from stroke play to match play, you can determine how many holes you want to play or make up your own rules. You can also adjust the wind. I mean, just about every customization setting in here you can pick. But the controllers, when you first start off, if you're right or left-handed, you can choose whether you want the right analog stick to actually swing the golf club or the left. You can adjust it. So if you're right-handed or left-handed, it's perfect. There I'm getting ready for a putt shot. Putting is probably the most difficult, which is fun, but the game's phenomenal, Mike. I think there's. Go ahead, Mike.
No, I was saying it looks it, and something it didn't click with me until you started talking about it. I kept thinking, oh, PGA Tour, EA, PGA Tour. I didn't realize they lost the PGA Tour license.
Right, and
it's almost like we just talked about this.
But the HB Games, back in 2014, what really had my eye set on this game, back in 2014 on the Xbox One, that's when the golf club game came out, and I bought that. And that's what HB Games self-published their game. They published it, developed it, and it was just called the Golf Club. Fast forward, now they're teamed up with 2K, and you can just see the difference. The graphics are amazing. The detail in the game, the sounds of when you hit the ball, when you make contact. The golf courses are beautiful. The water's sparkling in the sunlight when you're playing. But there are like 32 courses, I believe, and they're split up. There's 6 TPC courses, which include Sawgrass, Scottsdale, Boston, Deer Run, Southwind, and Summerlin. And you've also got some other courses like Riviera, Quail Hollow, Copperhead, Atlantic Beach, and East Lake. But the customization in this is awesome. Like I said, now some people didn't like the fact that you couldn't play as the pros. I kind of enjoy that you go in and play as your own character. So, you go in and the whole time when you're playing, they have little challenges. Like it may say, get to the green in 2 shots on a par 5. And if you meet that challenge, you get these bonus credits, these in-game credits, which you can use that in-game currency to buy like new attire, new hats, new golf clubs. And they've got everything from tailor-made golf clubs, to Callaway. It's all there. You've got sponsorships along the way. And everything you do, there's challenges and bonuses. When you finish one sponsorship, you can get another sponsorship that may pay out a little higher. But this game is just fully customizable. And no matter if you're a beginner golfer or if you're advanced, you can switch the difficulty settings at any time. I believe, even the trophies in this game or the achievements, I don't think there's anything based on skill level. I think there's a couple online achievements, maybe playing like a game in matchmaking or playing a skins match, but I don't think any of the trophies or anything are based upon difficulty level. But yeah, I got hooked on this, Mike, and I've played the Tiger Woods games. It's a lot better than the other EA games, man. This golf game's the real deal,
It looks it. I'm blown away.
But yeah, you can even when you create your courses, you can create your course. You can create 18-hole courses.
Nice.
You can adjust the speeds of the green, the tee position, the wind, like the fairway, how firm it is or how far the ball is going to roll. So you can do just about anything, and you can publish those courses, and other people can play on those if they want to.
So really, they took a lot of. They took a lot of the golf club and put it in this game. A lot of what they did with their indie golf game really came into this.
Oh yeah, this, to be honest with you, and I've played the EA games, but this is a little more challenging, except for when you especially when you raise the difficulty level. But this just, I don't know, HB Games, they're passionate about golf, man, and
their games were awesome.
And now that they've teamed up with 2K to publish this, and they've got, all the bells and whistles going on it now, to me, it's the best golf game simulation I've ever played. And
wow.
And that says a lot, because I played a lot of golf games. Even in the sand traps, you get in there, or if you got to switch to a sand wedge or a pitching wedge, you can put backspin, forward spin on the ball. And depending on your difficulty level, when you go to hit the ball, what you do is, if you're a right-handed player, like I pull back on the right analog stick and then I press up. There is no meter like in some of the games where you start off. So you have to get a feel for it, but you just press down and up in a fluid motion. But there's a little lane that you got to stay in. And if you press down and you just veer off slightly to the left or right, it may put a slice or hook on the ball. So it adds some challenge, but the game's fantastic. And you can also do, if you're putting, like right there's a putt preview where you can see the little line. I was out like 74 feet or whatever it is. I don't have my glasses on, but so you can do a putt preview, and then you get so many of those like per round that you can use depending on your difficulty level. Like if you're playing on the higher difficulty levels, you can get like 3 putt previews. And if you can hit your X button or cross button, and it'll show you the path that your putt's going to make. And if it's off a little bit, you can adjust. You can make some minute adjustments, to get that perfect putt.
The guy just took a dump on the golf course. He was so excited.
But yeah, the music, the birds whistling. The game's great. I got
Doesn't have
playing and I
armored
couldn't put
armor.
it down. It was like when me and Peter played Fall Guys. It's like, oh, I'll just play, 9 more or 18 more holes, and before you know it, you're wanting to play another round.
Oh, I thought you were wearing a kilt this whole
And then
time.
it's 4 in the morning, and you're like, what?
Is
Yeah.
Billy Madison and Bob Barker in this game?
No.
That's tennis, Chris.
But I've played a lot of golf games, and this is a blast, man. So if there's some golf fans out there, I would highly recommend this game. You won't be disappointed. And if you do start playing and you find the game a little difficult, you can adjust the levels. And anybody, I'm telling you, can pick up and play this game, and it offers a lot.
So it's their third game, right? Because they had the. Now it's by 2K, but so they had the golf game, and then it was 2019, I believe.
Right.
And now
Right. In fact, Peter, you can, if you've got the Golf Club 2019 game, you can migrate all your files into this game
Oh, cool.
and play
Really?
your save, play your courses, or you can bring that in. You can import that into this game.
Because
Huh.
I got to remember if it was in there or not. One of the 2 golf clubs was in Game Pass. And
Yeah.
if Golf Club 2019 is still in there, that's a freaking no-brainer.
I thought it was a Games with Gold game.
I don't know. Well, one of them may
Maybe
have
it
been,
was.
but
Let's
it was
see.
in Game Pass. I do remember because I downloaded one of them. I just can't remember. You know what? Project Jeff, if he's in the chat room, he'll know. But that is awesome that you can
Oh.
do that.
Shit, that's a bummer. They did a VR version of the Golf Club, but it's only on the Vive.
See, I would have liked to have seen that like on PSVR.
Mm.
Hang on, I'm looking to see. Right now,
So
you know what?
there's-
It may have left because right now the only one that's in Game Pass is Golf with Your Friends.
Now, what's really cool about this too, you've got, you can fully cut. Yeah, it's beautiful scenery.
Look
Yeah.
at that water. Look
Oh
at,
yeah, it's,
look
Mike's
at
right,
it,
though.
everybody. Look at it. No, sorry. Look at that,
It's
though.
beautiful,
Sea of
man.
Thieves water right there, baby.
And but your golf bag, you can fully customize all your clubs, and you could spend hours. You can mix and match, your Callaway clubs with your TaylorMade, or whatever, your HB clubs. It's awesome.
The Golf Club 2019, featuring PGA Tour, was in Games with Gold in May 16, 2019.
Okay.
I have it. That's the only reason I know it, because I wouldn't have bought this.
Right. I do know it was in Game Pass. I just don't remember when it left. But this,
I should have it then.
yeah, it's in my collection. I just have to see if there's anything. So this is, man, even like the crowd. I'm impressed.
Oh yeah,
I'm really
everything's
impressed.
so crystal clear, Mike.
I
Yeah,
am
it
really
looks
impressed.
good.
It's like you were playing this with an M Classic.
Right, exactly.
No, this is seriously. 2K. It's just
look at
another incredible 2K sports game. I mean, it goes right in with NBA and the old NFL.
I hate to bash EA because I know that's a popular thing to do anymore, but
They deserve it.
if you compare this to the EA golf games are very forgiving. Like this one's a lot more challenging, I feel like, and this one just screams golf, man. It's just, and like I said, the difficulty levels, you've got 6 different levels you can play on, and you can switch that at any time. Right now I'm doing the PGA Tour career mode.
Right.
And I'm going through, and you can play like 1 to 4 rounds on each course, but you're constantly building up your character. You're earning in-game money. You're buying clothes for your character. You better golf clubs, and and then you get rivals along the way. You may play against like a pro like Jim Furyk, and he may all of a sudden become your rival. And then if you beat him in the next match, you get bonus points, which allows you to do more things. So it's a really good game, really solid.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, John. That's awesome.
Yeah, actually, that 2019 one was also published by 2K.
Was it? Ah,
Yep.
okay. So
Yeah, this is actually the third, or I think there's three they were talking about in combination. Technically, there's like that they've been together, but this one's awesome. I remember when the HB games first started off, and that first version came out on Xbox One in 2014, and man, it was great, but just graphically, it was kind of struggling at the time. And to see it from where it started to where it's come, I'm so happy for that studio, because you could tell they were passionate about golf. They just needed a little help to get where they were going with it graphically. You know.
yeah, 2K money doesn't hurt.
No.
They have plenty of it.
Yeah. No, I this is great. I'm really impressed.
I need some 2K NCAA football.
What?
Yeah.
You know, I don't think anybody's doing NCAA at this point.
Huh?
Is that
The
why
only
that
place to
game's
get
so
it is on the
fucking
games.
expensive?
Huh?
My used game store has a copy of NCAA 2014 for like $160. Is that why it's so expensive? Is it
Well,
just-
it's probably they stopped
Well,
using the
because-
real
Nice
college
putt.
players' names at
Yeah,
one point,
they
but
got
now they're
sued
back.
for
Yeah.
using the likeness, and so after that happened, all the schools ended that deal.
Yeah.
2K.
No,
Look at
this
that
is-
little chip shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So that is PGA Tour 2K1. Thank you, John. He's saying my mic is low. My mic is low?
That's what he said.
Because it's up in the red when I talk. Hold on, let me see.
Dude,
if there's-
it's okay. He's just messing with you again.
No.
He got you again.
He says it's better. I had to redo my machine, so a lot of stuff is all messed up at the moment. So, all right, Frankie's turn.
Did you
I gotta
get the right Xbox game?
Well, which one? So,
There was a joke. Don't use that one.
did you really? Why do you do this to me?
I sent you.
Why?
I sent you the new
Why
one.
do you? Why? Why?
Why didn't you question it when you saw what it was?
Because I honestly love to trust you. Jesus.
But for the amount of shit that we
Have
all
you not
talk
learned
about
yet,
Grand
Mike?
Theft Auto
No,
5,
I know.
why would that be my pick?
Oh my God! All right, so
I
hold
feel
on,
pretty
hold on,
and witty
hold on.
and gay.
All right,
Who's
well,
Barbara?
while you're looking for the Skeletak trailer, we'll do the PlayStation one.
I got it. I will get the. I got it. Let me.
Where's Daredevil Dave after he named this segment? Which
Let's
didn't win
all
the
take a
poll.
moment and just reflect on one another and how much we love each other.
Hey, let's make a haiku about it.
Right. Right. Let's do a haiku. Okay, I'll start off.
Oh,
What's the
Flying
theme?
up above.
Mike
What are we
downloads
reflecting
the
on?
wrong trailer.
Only
Reflecting.
drowning still coming up.
Rolling river coming to an end.
Speaking of microphones, I think you're actually using the microphone on your laptop and not the microphone in front of you, because you sound like you're far away, John.
Oh, do I?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you do.
Oh, shoot. I bet you when I plugged in that new camera, I bet you I didn't it changed my settings.
It
Probably
might have.
uses the
No,
one
it
from the
seems pretty
camera.
recent. You sounded fine earlier.
Look
Oh,
with his
really?
Skype.
Yeah, check your Skype.
You're asking an awful lot.
Yeah, don't ask that shit on the fly, Jim.
All right, I actually have it. Let me get it queued up, because
Also, on
I
my
was just messing with Frankie.
on my camera, I disabled the microphone.
Oh,
Like,
Oh,
so we'll
shoot.
never get to that one.
all right.
Maybe that's what I. Oh, crap.
That could be. Well, you could work on it while I deal with
Man, what a bummer, man.
Frankie here. So which one do you want to do first?
Do the Xbox one first.
Okay.
This is fresh because I just played it today to see if this should actually be a recommendation.
All right, so this is Frankie Save Files, where Frankie tells you the games on sale that you need to play. Here we go.
So, Project Jeff, if you're still around, I would recommend looking into this. I know you're closing in your 500,000 gamer score. So, the achievements for this game are 100 gamer scores each. So, they're not super demanding. I mean, there's a couple, like finishing the game with under 50 deaths might be a little hard, but I'm sure after you play it enough, you'll be fine. This game's called Skeletak. This came out a couple months ago, and like the big surprise about it was that Konami published it, which, you know, they've kind of just been doing their soccer thing and slot machines and not giving a shit about games. So seeing them kind of publish this really cool looking indie game out of nowhere, you know, was really cool. But it's on sale right now for $9.99. You're basically playing as a skeleton who, you know, the humans are invading the afterlife, and they're trying to steal this blue flame, which, you know, I guess powers the realm of the afterlife. But you're running through and trying to stop the humans, as everyone does. The controls for this are actually they're really cool. Like once you get used to them, it's like a platformer, side-scrolling platformer, and you're slapping stuff around with a cool sword. The other thing I really like about it is just the aesthetic of it. You can't tell necessarily just watching this, but when you start playing it, it has almost like a grain effect to it, like an old cartoon kind of like Cuphead, but not that drastic. But the gameplay is really cool. All the characters are really cool. There's no spoken dialogue. It's all text bubbles and whatnot. Pretty funny writing for the most part, and kind of cheesy at times. But overall, I'm really liking it. I'm probably put about 2 hours on it earlier. Just because once I started playing it, I couldn't put it down. It was a lot of fun. I didn't put it down because I had to go do something, but it is very challenging at points. There's a lot of platforming, like I mentioned, a lot of wall jumping, a lot of one-hit kill traps laying around. So once you kind of get the feel of the game and kind of get into the flow of everything, it feels really good to play. Even boss fights are pretty challenging, but it's also really cool because they have telegraphed attacks, so you get an idea of when to jump and dodge, when to do this or that. So really cool game. $9.99. If you're somebody who plays games for trophies and achievements, don't waste your time on the PlayStation version. It has 4 trophies. I don't know why. There's only 4 trophies, no platinum, obviously. I think the 3 are bronze, and I think you get a silver for beating it. But like I said, the Xbox version has the full 1,000 gamer score and 10 achievements, 100 gamer score each. So people like Jeff who are, really, really going for achievement score right now, but this is definitely a good game to pick up for it.
Wondering why that is on the PlayStation.
Very nice. Do I sound any better?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you should sound very clear for being that close to that microphone.
Right. I've got it set for. I got the sound coming through my Yeti.
Huh. All right.
It sounds better than you did before, I think.
All right. You know what? Before next show, we'll play around with the sound, and maybe there's a setting.
John, you can only have a clear voice or a clear picture. You got to take your pick, man. Do you want high resolution mode or do you want performance mode?
I want high resolution.
That is excellent. High resolution.
I'm getting old. I've got to see.
That's true. All right, so here's the other one.
Does mine sound good too? I'll look at mine.
You sound like Frankie. You actually sound like you're far away. Like you're.
Well, kind of am.
He's not using his microphone today.
There you go. They share ring pops too. So.
Yeah,
Well, let's ask the crowd out there. Do I sound like I'm speaking weird or something?
And the crowd goes wild. Ooh.
Blah, 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 blah. Where's audio? There you go. Audio. No. Oh, yep. That's why. There. How's that?
Oh my
much
God!
Oh my goodness.
That's so much better.
It was Frankie.
It's like you removed that ring pop. All of a sudden, like,
Oh.
Look, I don't know if you saw the size of that ring pop heater, but
damn.
Man, that one at Cracker Barrel, Frankie, you showed me, that thing is like gargantuan. I showed my wife, I said, look, hon, here's a real ring pop we could play with.
She said no.
Up goes the weasel.
Right.
John,
And the
did you
weasel
go?
goes,
You still have to turn yours up, Chris. You're still very light.
John, if you click on the little more thing on the Skype call and go to audio and video settings,
Right.
you scroll down, you'll have audio, microphone. There should be a drop down. So it'll either say whatever your
Audio and
laptop-
video. Okay.
Yeah, scroll down.
It's got my speakers up way too well. It's up on 10.
Yeah,
what
that's
microphone?
okay.
What microphone does it
Here,
have?
let me see. Here we go.
How this is
Yeah,
the
mine's already up.
There
Oh,
it
yeah.
is.
there we go.
All right.
There you are.
I could
That
do Mike's job.
that is
What?
the Yeti.
There you go. Now.
A little Yeti for your spaghetti.
Okay, did mine sound better?
I don't- maybe it's me. Maybe I'm too loud.
I just put it on the Steel Series, so
Thank you, Frankie.
I don't know. It's all
For
good.
some reason, something changed when I plugged in my new camera. Though it changed some.
probably
When you
Skype-
plug the camera in after, it switches, like, since that's the latest plug-in, it switches to that one.
And it goes to
Jacob.
default
Yeah.
sometimes.
Jago says you're not allowed to use Fisher Price equipment anymore.
Good Lord.
Oh, you sound a million times better.
God bless you, Jago. Yeah.
And you don't
Have I
and-
been that way the whole show?
Yes, that's what I was trying to figure out
Why?
why.
Why didn't you let me know? My
was-
reputation's on the line.
I was trying to.
He wasn't. He didn't even notice.
I did. It sounded like you were in a warehouse.
God.
He is. He's in a warehouse.
I am. I'm making cookies. Video game cookies.
Aha. So is your microphone, Chris, is it a microphone or is it on your headset?
On my headset.
Huh.
That's
Settings
why
on
he
my
sounds like
headset.
shit. All right, cool.
Maybe move the boom a little closer.
PS4.
Yeah, there you
Corner
go.
of the
Move the boom a little closer to your mouth.
Boom.
There we
There you go.
see. All right, we're fixing. This is
You know what?
now-
It's too late in the show to worry about all this shit. Fuck it. Y'all wanted this shit to sound better than the chat people should have told us in the beginning.
I think they did.
Fuck Frankie.
Chris,
He's the one who
I'm
messed
going to be
everything up
your.
in the first
I'm
place.
going to
Why are
be
you
your
saying they're watching but
chubs.
not listening?
You need to go to your happy place. Just think about the buckets
Zen.
of beer and midgets on unicycles or bicycles.
Happy people bitch too some once in a while. It's fucking 2020. What do you expect?
Right.
There you go. We're blaming this whole. Everybody's microphone is 2020. That's it. Blaming it all.
In hindsight,
Right.
is too.
No, that sounds much better.
All right.
Peter.
Okay.
Peter has sounded good the whole time, but Peter.
I
also-
know, because I do a mic check every time I get in the air.
Uh,
Make sure that,
I find it hard to believe that our maestro Mullis didn't know that my voice was sounding funny up until now, man.
I hate
God,
to tell you, but you kind of sound like that every week, so I figured it was your microphone.
really?
Yes.
Oh no.
So I thought maybe.
Well, how long were you going to let this charade go on?
I thought that
Hey.
your microphone was echoing in the room. You had high ceilings and stuff.
yeah, no
Mike's
curtain.
got to do whatever he's got to do. That where as long as he sounds great, he
All
don't.
right, as long as he sounds great, yeah,
Oh,
Tom
there
Brady,
we
yeah,
Here
deflate,
we
gate.
go.
yeah.
Oh my
There
god.
we
So,
go.
PS4 game.
Oh yeah.
Here we go. Pony Express has it's got something to say. Let's go.
All right, hold on.
Deliver us the news, the greatness. Come on.
Wait a minute. He's got to do his other game
Come
first.
bring us. the
Oh yeah,
music.
you got another game. Okay, let's go.
Does anybody that follow us do they offer any like counseling services?
That's
we're
why
past
you're
that.
here. This is a major intervention, John.
All right, hold on. Other game. John, Eric, Frankie.
Mike don't even know who we are anymore. John, Frankie, Peter, Chris.
All right, go
So
ahead, Frankie.
this one, I think I've mentioned this before because it was either on Game Pass or is still on Game Pass. It's a fucking awesome game. This one's called Ruiner. It's a top-down isometric twin-stick shooter. So it's set in this really cool cyberpunk future. Really cool story, really great aesthetic. You're basically this dude who's been hacked. So you're trying to figure out who hacked you, who sent you to, basically murder these people and get revenge on them and murder them instead. So lots of murder, lots of blood, lots of bullets, lots of guns. It's a good time. If you're a fellow physical collector, Special Reserve Games has the Switch version. They're doing a physical pre-order for a physical version for their website. It's Devolver Digital's publishing arm. So also how you know this game is great, Devolver Digital published it. So, but I feel like this one slid under a lot of radars when it came out. Just because it's a smaller game. And I think just because of like the initial trailer that people saw for it, they had a different expectation of what this game was. So when it came out, oh, it's a lame indie game. Bleh. But this is seriously one of the most badass games that, if you haven't played it, you need to. Like, this is definitely must-play material. The PlayStation version right now is on sale for $4.99, which is an absolute steal. And like I said, I think it's still on Game Pass, so if it is, play it. I promise you will love this game. It's excellent. At times it can be very challenging. The achievements and stuff aren't that bad. I think you have to beat the game on hard, but again, like after you've played it, you get a feel for the controls, get a feel for what the game plays like. It's not going to be that bad. It's especially if you're a fan of twin stick shooters. So, like I said, $4.99 on PSN right now. Possibly still on Game Pass. If it is, play it, check it out, enjoy it, love it. And hey, if anyone actually buys any of this shit, let me know. I love talking about these games, so that's all I got.
Very awesome, Frankie.
Nice. Ruiner looks good. I love a good twin stick shooter.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah, it's kind of a trend nowadays with that, the cyberpunk, the top down, Wasteland 3's kind of have that. Some of these games like that look great.
Mm-hmm.
They remind me
there's
of
a lot
that
of depth.
tomorrow.
See a lot of depth to them.
Did you play this, Chris?
No, but I remember Indie Gamer talking about it. Now that you reminded me about it, I think I want to play that before it goes out of Game Pass.
Oh, Jago says he thinks they took it out.
I will tell you. Hold on, 'cause I still have the Game Pass app open. Hang on.
If it's still in there, you need to play it. That game, I think you'll like it. It's really good.
If not, I'll just buy it.
Yeah.
Either on Steam or so.
Is not.
Okay. I'll buy it
Wolfenstein
on Steam.
Youngblood is in there though.
Youngblood.
How did I miss
I
that?
will. I'll let you know when that goes on sale. If next time it does.
Yeah.
I need to play
It's
that.
so good.
I need to play Nier Automata.
Well, that's a great game. Oh,
I need to play it.
That's in Game Pass, right?
It is. Dude, I can't believe Youngblood's in here and I didn't see it.
I want to play that new.
Youngblood is that.
Dun-
Which one is that? Is that
That's
with the two daughters?
the daughters.
The one with the
yeah.
kid. Yeah, the one with the kid.
Oh yeah, you can play that in co-op. We need to play that, Mike.
Yes, yes. People have got to. People got to start just saying, "Hey, Mike, jump on and let's play something." Because I
do that, but you're not online. So
no, just send me a message. Just send me a message. Just hit me on Discord or something. Mike, get your ass online. So hey, Greeper, how you doing? Hey,
What's up,
Jimmy,
Creeper?
your lighting is a lot better. Who's Jimmy?
It's probably one of my family members. I don't remember who.
Yeah, but who's Jimmy?
'Cause I went by Jimmy when I was growing up because my middle name is James.
Oh.
So,
That name was
Something
Craig.
new. So,
Hey,
it's
it's nice,
only
huh, Craig?
only with you.
oh, he's your little brother. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
I got to add him to the wheel.
that's
All
right.
So why don't
The
we,
wheel?
because it's 11 o'clock, why don't we spin the wheel for the
Right.
PlayStation gift card, and then we've got 30 minutes to talk about whatever the hell we want to talk about. I know there's
right.
news out there. And we can start just talking some talk. So let me bring up the wheel o' names.
All
So-
right, Vanna. I think
Yep.
I'll spin.
And I'm going to shuffle the list here. So, for those of you who have been here the whole time, you know this. Those of you who are have been here in a little bit, this is your first name is not Chadwick. I think we know. I think we would know if your first name was Chadwick.
It is Chadwick Pistrovsky. That's why he goes by Pete.
What?
You didn't know this?
No. Dude, I asked. He said, "I'm not. I don't want to tell you my name." I felt
He's
like
serious.
I was like, I thought I offended Pete when I said, "Hey, what's your last name?" He's like, "I'm not telling you." I didn't. Oh my gosh. Okay. I didn't know. His last name is Pete. Okay. I feel so bad. I honestly thought that I was.
The one box that wasn't opened.
Dang.
You're not on the.
And I'd have
you're
it
not
to
on the
the
next show.
Pandora's
When the
box.
next-
All right, Lepatier is waiting for the wheel, so let me. So this is for a $25 PlayStation gift card, courtesy of our brother Zen John Place.
What are you
Next level
drinking, John?
gaming, yes.
All right, here
John.
we go.
John, what are you drinking?
Not enough. Actually,
I can't tell what it is.
I'm just drinking some Blue Moons tonight.
Mm.
I've got my craft beers saved for the weekend. I got some strong IPAs and stouts that are like 10% alcohol, but like the bomb.
This IPA
Dude,
you can keep.
It's Oktoberfest season, man.
Oh yeah.
My
So it's
favorite beer
Oktoberfest
season.
season.
All right,
Spin the wheel, Mike.
Here we go. Let's spin. Well, you guys are talking about beer. All right,
I know.
here we go.
Mike's confused. Let's go.
Yes,
Spinning
3
the
first
wheel.
names. He also has a last name.
Yeah.
All right.
Meyer. Here we go.
Spin it hard.
All right. Spin it hard, round and round. Where we go, where it stops, nobody knows.
Super
Oh, look at that.
You gotta be kidding me.
Oh yeah.
You've gotta be kidding me.
Look.
Oh my
Rick.
goodness, Drakey
Rick.
baby.
Hey, look. At least it's going to somebody you know is going to use it.
That is
Yes,
very true.
That's true.
I need to see if I am still.
We
if
just
I'm
became
on
friends
Twitter.
on PlayStation.
I
Too bad-
Congratulations,
Yeah.
Western Drake.
man.
Drake,
John, if
Drakey,
you ever-
Drakey,
Back after 20
ever
years, and
meet
he,
Drake?
now he wins shit.
Drakey, baby. Are you still in the chat?
Piece is rigged.
It is.
Man, welcome. So, is he still in the room? I don't know.
If he's not,
No, I have to. I have to find out. Yep, there
He
he
is.
is.
There he is.
Boop, boop, boop,
Yeah.
boop.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Congrats, brother.
See, welcome back. This is what happens when you come back.
See,
So-
Drake?
John, I don't think
Now
you
you
ever
got
met Drake,
for
did
at least
you?
30 days.
I don't think so. I don't know.
He did a stint.
I don't think so.
He did a stint with us when Peter started up. So it was for a little bit. It was me.
You started streaming first, I believe.
You're right. You guys were all part of the
It
stream
was
team.
Drake, me, and Matsu, I think,
and
right?
Madzu and Jason. So
Yeah.
it was the three of you guys, and then you guys kind of migrated into doing the show. Drake kind of peeled because Drake got us that great interview with the guys from Dungeon Punks. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
That
That was
one of
his
our-
jam.
Yep, that was one of our first ever. It was a hyper something was the name of the company. Shoot, I can't remember off the top of my head, but I think that was our first
Hyper
ever.
something?
Yeah, something like that. That was our first ever developer interview show. The first developer to ever come on our show. So
Oh, wow.
yeah, Drake goes back
Nice.
away with us. So
The name sounds familiar though, but then again, I can't even get my microphone to work, let alone remember everybody.
so anyway, so what a great way to get back with you. I will hunt you down on Twitter.
That sounds
Peter?
hot.
So
We know where you
awesome.
live. We hunt you
Welcome
down.
back, Drake. Now, what are you going to
Welcome
buy
back.
now?
Yeah, we
What
are
game
going to
you
have you
get?
on soon, brother. It's been
He's
too
going to
long.
buy Ruiner, Chris. Duh.
Duh.
He's still going to have 20
you-
bucks to spend.
So are we gonna do
Recommended
Paper
it myself.
Mario, Mike? Or are we gonna do
Yes!
current events?
No, let's do Paper Mario
Oh, we have
I-
Avengers, too.
and Avengers. So you guys can talk about.
Oh shoot, yes.
Do it quick.
Yeah, you've got 25 minutes.
Feedback.
Exactly. Around the
So-
clock.
Although I do want to say I'm happy to hear that Joseph Staten is back on the Halo team. I have to say that.
But yeah, but what's his true role?
I
Except
believe he is taking over the story. He's
Look,
taking over
the
the.
story, or
If,
is he
if the
just
story's
gonna...
not done by now, that's a big problem.
Yeah, it
Well, hold
can
on,
be
I
the
will
story.
hang on because I saw he said he. All right, hold on because I saw him tweet.
Chris is gone again.
I mean, he can be the glue that gets
So-
the team all together and get it.
I mean, if they're all working from home, too, I mean,
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I mean, yes. All right, hold on. He said,
But he never left Microsoft, right?
I don't know.
I don't think
Honestly,
he did.
I don't know. All right, I'm thrilled to join Halo to help them ship Halo Infinite as the project lead for the Infinite campaign. I will be supporting the team's existing great leaders and empowering them to do their best work. So he is working on the campaign part. So Having a Miko night, Chattermark Pete Smith. Good night, Pete. Good night, brother. And don't forget, OEB Pete, Open Every Box Pete. He's got some unbelievable stuff. He's part of the Gamers United Guild. And how are you looking forward to Halo if you're a PlayStation guy? Can't get that on PlayStation, Drake.
Drake is a gamer.
He says he's got a PC.
Oh, I guess that's how you do it. All right, Lepanier, have a great weekend. So he is. So he's not necessarily doing the writing of the campaign. He's joining he's project lead for the campaign. So
Yeah.
it does sound like there's still more work to do on the campaign. So, which I'm fine with. If they're pushing the game back that far, then you know
they can add some more stuff.
Bring me
Especially
my
if it's
Halo
like
experience.
I mean, especially if it's more like open world where you just have quests down there that you do.
We'll get
Who knows?
Craig
I don't
2.0.
Gregory.
Right. All right. So I don't know if we're not monetizing the show, so I guess I could show it. This is the Origami King, right?
Right.
All right. So I'm gonna grab.
I mean, look, they're still gonna copyright strike your ass, so it doesn't really matter.
Oh, I know. They're gonna bring the hammer down on us.
Just like Paper Mario does. Well, yes, it's more of a matter.
Well, the good thing is we're not talking about it live, so they'll never know we're doing this.
Have you seen our show, John?
Right? Yeah.
We're kind of on it right now.
Right.
But
Yeah.
Nintendo doesn't watch our show.
Right.
Nintendo.
They're pretty picky though, man.
They are very picky. Well, so apparently is 2K Games or WWE, because I still can't get our show number 96 or whatever or 196 to play, because WWE doesn't like us showing their trailer for Battlegrounds.
The last thing you want to do, Mike, is piss off Bowser, from Nintendo, man.
No.
That's true.
No, I want them to be friends with Bowser.
Right.
So, all right,
John, take us away.
I'm gonna grab the trailer though, and we're gonna throw caution to the wind.
All right.
We're gonna show some Paper Mario.
You're a brave man.
I know. All right, let's see. Oh, that downloaded quick.
All right, John, let's do this.
Quick?
We got
All right.
20 minutes here.
You got 20 minutes.
You could start, Frankie. Yes.
Are you sure? Okay. So
Yeah. Yes. Definitely.
So I'm not super far into the game myself.
You two getting along.
Yeah.
It's all about Zen.
Yeah. All about Zen, which you get by playing Paper Mario.
Fantastic.
So immediately the thing I really enjoy about this game is that it's content-wise, it's a much more mature story than what you're probably used to. And even just watching this trailer, it's kind of creepy. But even in going like this weird creepy route, there's this dialogue tree. This is literally a cutscene from the game right here. You can answer yes, and like it's funny because the game's kind of like, well, we really know what you meant. So, it's like, don't lie to me. It's kind of funny that they kind of twist it on you and still ultimately have you pick, no. But yeah, so you're going to see Peach in this town. They're having an origami festival. You get there and there's nobody there. So you figure out maybe we're early, and so you go in the castle. All this shit happens with this emo origami dude, and he steals the castle and Peach, and you're left to save them along with Luigi yet again. So, yeah, I mean, like I said right away, like the tone of the game is a lot darker than I was expecting. It's really nice though, like as you're walking through the game, it's a lot of the familiar Mario music that we've heard before, but it's obviously rearranged and kind of modernized for this type of game. That's one of the things I want to touch on. I almost forgot about that. So, as you're playing it, it's what you would expect. Nintendo has done a couple of these Paper Mario games before. So they have a turn-based battle system. You have items. You kind of, if you take battle after damage, you kind of hold on to that damage until either you heal yourself or you find a bench to sit at and regain your health. But So aesthetically, you're kind of walking around the world. You have this like confetti throw move. There's like holes ripped around everywhere for you to fill in. Doing that gives you coins. And then, as you progress through the game, you run into like, all these other characters that were like, wedged into different things in the environment, like trees and stuff. So you're rescuing other characters that have been, kind of thrown about in the world. There's of course collectibles, which for as much as everyone likes to shit on Nintendo for not having achievements, like for me, their collectibles are always just so damn cool that I want to go and find all those anyways. And like in a way, like that's kind of a reward in and of itself, is especially when you stumble across a chest that you didn't even know how you got to. So there's definitely a lot of that already. And then so as you're kind of wandering around the world, it's easy to get lost right away because you don't realize it's right away, of course, but like the game's messing with you where you think you're going in like you think you're going to the next screen, ultimately it's just repeating the same screen a couple times. So like I'm sitting here on this one screen, like running around trying to figure out what the hell I'm doing, and then I don't even remember what I did to trigger it to continue, but yeah. So but you get into town, and that's when the game kind of opens up. The combat system, John will probably dive a lot more in depth with it than I will, but it's kind of like a grid based, not necessarily a grid based system. It's more of like a giant circle. So the whole combat system is you're rotating this grid. And you're trying to line up your enemies so that you can either jump across them all in a straight line, or you have like a hammer attack where you smash 4 of them in a little square. So usually when battles start, you're rotating circles, lining people up. As you progress, I don't know if it gets more complicated as you play more, just because where I'm at right now isn't super far into the game. But like you have this ability to kind of slide them. So if you have 2 enemies behind you and 2 enemies in front of you, you can slide those 2 so they're lined up in the back of the 2 in front of you to line them up. I'm guessing every battle encounter, it's possible to line everybody up right off the bat. I'm not sure if that's true, but it seems that way. Like the couple times that I haven't lined everybody up, like as I've been doing the battle, I'm like, oh, I should have done that because then they would have been over here, and different stuff like that. But the attention to detail in this is like probably one of my favorite things. And John, I don't know if you did this, but like you get to this, it's kind of like in between the woods and as you're going into the city, the overworld music is playing, and then you notice these speakers like posted up in a tree, and then there's one posted up on a pole, and if you smack the tree and knocks the speaker down, it cuts off the music for the overworld. Right. So just little things like that are really cool. And just like I've said, just in terms of like the tone of the story so far, it's a much darker type of Mario story. You're kind of, you get these weird like cult like feelings from the origami enemies. And even like some of the encounters with some of the familiar Nintendo characters are just so goofy. Like it's hard to talk around them just because like they're major characters that, when you have them with you, it's funny watching cutscenes and like they'll be behind you or something making like little quips as, whoever else is talking. So just little stuff like that is just really funny to me. And then like there's just so many nods to other Nintendo things, like when you guys roll in, you're coming in on one of the carts of Mario Kart, and then there's this museum in town. They have the sub from Super Mario Sunshine, and so they're kind of like they make all these little subtle nods to other Mario games, and like you have the side character that's just like I don't even know what that means. It sounds familiar, but I don't know why. But so there's all kinds of really cool stuff like that. And like I said, even down to the music, there's a lot of familiar Mario themes rearranged for this game. It's so good. But John, I know you're a little bit behind me, but like I don't know, like have you played a lot of the Paper Mario games before?
Actually, this, Frankie, is the first Paper Mario game I've ever played. But I will say this game it's a beautiful, charming little game. Like Frankie said, there's tons of secrets in the game. I was going to touch on the combat because Frankie covered a lot of other stuff. Most of the combat, it takes place on a circular grid, and each wave of enemies, you have a certain number of moves to beat those enemies. And you either have rings that you got to rotate or sliding wedges that go in and out. And it's kind of, you can at the start of the round, the rings will move and displace the enemies. And you may only have 2 or 3 moves. So you can rotate these rings or slide these wedges in and out and get them in place. And you have moves like attack moves. You can attack with a hammer. And it attacks like it's kind of a turn-based RPG type game. And you can attack with the hammer and like a 2x2 grid. Or, you can line them up in a straight row and you can jump them with your boot attack and hop from head to head to head and take out the enemies. And the cool thing about it, if you line the enemies up in a straight line and you use your boot attack, right before you step on their heads or land on their heads, if you hit the button at the right time, you do extra bonus damage, which can kill the enemies even quicker. Later on in the game, when you're in battle, there are ghosts that disappear before you start to reposition them. There's cut out origami soldiers, which the whole thing in the origami is the art of paper craft. You can make little things out of paper. Origami is like real thin paper. It's a little bit thinner than normal, and you can craft and mold like animals, different shapes out of it. And so that's the King Ali is actually the evil villain in this game. And you have an assistant that works with you in the beginning of the game, and her name's Olivia, and that's King Ali's sister. And these little assistants that helps you, and I think later on in the game you get new people that take on the adventure with you. But in the beginning, Olivia has her own set of powers. So when you're going along, she has this accordion arm power. And when you use Olivia, if there's something that you need to reach that's in the background or the foreground, you can use her accordion arms to pull that object out of the screen to collect it, or you can move things or tear paper off the walls to reveal hidden passages. But the cool thing about the combat, not only are the collectibles fun, like Frankie said, there's like hundreds of these Toad characters that are hidden throughout. And while you're walking along, you may see a little crumpled up piece of paper, and that may be a Toad character. And when you flatten it out, you find it's a Toad character. Well, when you collect these, you go to combat. You can use these Toads in combat by pressing your Y button. And these Toads do anything from distracting the enemies on those circular grids that you're fighting, or they move the players in position that makes it easier for you to take them out, or they throw things at the enemy. So the collectibles, the Toads that you find, actually help you in combat. So I really like that. And of course, you've got Fire Flowers. Olivia, your first partner in the game, she's got elemental attacks. And as Frankie mentioned, there's what they call tears in the world. You'll go along, and it's just this beautiful, like, paper-crafted world. And you'll see where the paper's been torn or whatnot. And so as you're walking through and traversing through the areas, if you, like, kick a tree or hit the tree with a hammer, these pieces of confetti come out. And in the top left-hand corner of the screen, you've got a bag, and that stores all your confetti. So when you come to these little tears in the Paper Mario universe, you hit your trigger button and you can repair those. And that leads to paths that you couldn't otherwise get to. But the game's phenomenal. I mean, it's my first. I've played a lot of the Mario games. I've never played the Paper Mario, but this has a totally different feel, very interesting. It's one of those games that gets you hooked. You start playing and you want to play more of it. So that's my take on it as far as the combat's concerned. It's really interesting, but if you like, it's kind of a turn-based combat, so you've got a lot of exploration, you've got hidden items, of course you've got Mario and the characters. And one thing about the Mario games that's kind of similar with all of them, Princess Peach is always being captured by somebody. So the main thing is Princess Peach has been captured. King Ali's got her captured in the castle. And there's these 5 banners that you have to find the source of. Once you remove that, you can save Princess Peach and save the day. Plus, Luigi starts off with you in the game, and he goes up missing. So there's you need to find Luigi and find out what's happening to him. But the game's phenomenal.
I love how in the beginning when all that happens, like, and you kind of see it in this opening cutscene, but like Mario and them just sort of take off like the castle, and you see Mario and them spinning through all the confetti, like all the wrapping taking the castle away. It's like right. Mario makes eye contact with Luigi and just fucking pieces out of there.
Oh yeah,
Poor
it's
Luigi,
like the
man.
reverse Luigi stare. Yeah.
Yeah, always getting bum end. So the thing that initially drove me insane was with the 1,000 folded arms that you have with her. When you first use it, it's motion control based.
Right.
So you're kind of, messing around with the controller regardless of what you're playing it with, So you can turn that off, thankfully, which I figured out. But I don't know why, but it's the only time I've ever turned them off, and then doing them with just the controller. Like, I feel like you have so much more control over it when you're actually moving the damn controller around.
Now, Frankie, I got a question. I always, my Switch, 99.9% of the time, I play it in docked mode. So I'm playing this game in docked mode, and I'm using this Switch Pro controller. So the motion controls on that Pro controller is awesome. And that Pro controller, I think, is the most comfortable controller I've ever held. That Switch Pro controller. But I just wanted to throw that in there. But I didn't know if you were playing the same way. Are you playing on handheld, or how are you playing the game?
I'm doing docked too, but I have a Pro controller, but I've always just used the Joy-Con thing with the grip or whatever.
Right.
I don't know. I'm one of those weird people who I think that is a fine way to play the thing.
Right.
So I do have the Pro controller, but I'm using the Joy-Cons, which I like the HD rumble effect too. I don't know how what's the word I'm looking for? How significant it is with like the Pro controller. But the way it's built into the Joy-Cons, it feels a lot different, I feel like, versus the Pro controller, because you have the thinner, material of the Joy-Cons. So,
right.
Oh, that was the other thing too. So when you get into the city, and John, this is like a minor spoiler for you probably, but
That's
a
okay.
lot of the vast majority of your fights are probably going to take place in these turn-based, battle arena things. But when you get into the city, you have these giant paper mache Goombas. You kind of saw some of them before. It looks like as you get further into the game, you have other creatures like the Chomp Chomps and stuff that are going to be in that form too. But they're these big ass paper mache Goombas that you're walking into town, and that's all you see in the background are just these massive ass Goombas, and you're like, oh my god, I gotta fight these things. But it's kind of cool because like you roll in town, and they have a weak point, and you hit that, and that'll kind of engage battle with them, and you basically just dodge them charging at you and whack them a couple times and take them out that way. So they're a lot easier to deal with than you might initially think. Yeah, these guys. So the enemy variety so far has been pretty cool. Even getting into some of like the other areas, like there's different. You're not just constantly fighting Goombas and Shy Guys.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Shy Guys.
The game's incredible, man. I know that there are some things I wish Nintendo would do at times, like give out some kind of reward system or things for playing the games as far as like achievements or trophies. But no matter what happens, I have to buy Nintendo every generation. And I love their games, man. And for some reason, even though I'm going to be 48 years old this year, I love the Nintendo games, man. And this Paper Mario thing is really cool. I know it's Mario, and there's like a ton of Mario games, but for some reason, it just doesn't get old. I don't know. I just like it.
Yeah, it's them just not afraid to kind of mess around with the formula of those games. Ultimately, is what keeps them fresh. Like it's like when you make a new Sonic game. Like a lot of people still prefer going back and playing classic Sonic games because there's a certain tinkering to that formula that it just doesn't work well anymore. And I think with Nintendo, like they found that balance where we can explore these other ideas with Mario, still have like your classic Mario experience, but also do something completely different than you're used to like this. So I love it. I love when they do these games.
I will say one thing too, Frankie. You asked about the Rumble, and the Pro controller works really good. The other thing is the battery life in the Pro controller is phenomenal. You charge up a Switch Pro controller, it lasts longer than any controller I've ever used. I don't know what Nintendo's done, but that thing lasts forever. But it's comfortable to play with. I haven't turned the motion controls off because I kind of like the fact I kind of like doing the motion controls. Of course, I like the VR stuff. I like the Kinect. So I kind of like that motion control stuff integrated in with the games. The way they've done it, it's not like you're playing the whole game with motion controls. Your battles, everything you're doing moving around, it's with the controller joystick. So it's just on special moves, like when you're using the paper confetti arms to grab things and doing things, and it just kind of adds to the game. You know, it's a nice little feature. So I've left that feature on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you get a chance to try it without, I would recommend doing that, just because it was one of the few times that I've ever felt like I've turned off motion controls, tried something without them, and actually preferred to turn them back on. Like I can't think of a time that's ever really happened before.
Right. Like I said, most of the time, I when I first got my Switch, I can't. The little Joy-Cons, I've never been able to. My hands are just too thick. I cannot play with the Joy-Cons. I have tried. They're not, to me, they're not intuitive. They don't, you know, they just, I got that Pro Controller and that was it. Like I tried that, man, and I just never turned back.
Yeah. That's what I'm gonna be playing when Jen comes and kicks me out of the room. So I'm gonna go in the front. And I'm gonna keep playing Mario, Paper Mario.
I kind of get the feeling, Frankie, that this game is quite large because unlike other Mario games where you have levels, there's just like one huge overworld. Mm-hmm. And what it is, you go from section to section as you're playing. But from what I've read on a little bit ahead, you know, that this game is quite large. So I'm kind of excited about that. You know, it may be a game that you can sink a lot of time into, you know, as well.
Yeah, I've heard about 30 hours or so. So.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah.
I mean, 60 for me. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm the same way. I'm going to be fucking around trying to find everything.
Right.
Yeah,
look at the colored pencils. Good. Awesome.
I don't know how nobody with a Switch doesn't want this game.
Got to get it from my daughter. Play together.
Oh, that you'd like it, Chris. It's awesome.
Yeah,
it's good. I wouldn't like it.
I've always loved Nintendo's. It's like Pong was saying how, you know, you kind of get burned out and you go back to Nintendo because it's Mario and Zelda and all that. To me, is just, you know, they keep the same formula, their uniqueness, but they change it here and there, and this looks great.
All right, I don't know how this happened. I was looking at my Facebook feed for a minute, and somehow Facebook is listening to us because on my feed is an ad for PGA Tour 2K1. All right.
Wow.
That is absolutely freaky.
Nice.
These phones are listening to what you say.
Man, that is freaky.
If you Google or anything like that on your phone, next thing you know, you get an advertisement for it.
I didn't Google that game.
Yeah.
Maybe they like the size of my shaft or my 3-wood.
That's too much 2K.
I know.
That's too much. Yeah, too much 2K.
I was hoping that Frankie or somebody'd laugh. Now I'm embarrassed. Yeah.
I'm just nodding.
Oh, he got excited, right? But he's not showing it. Can't see
right.
the camera.
Yep, I'm still just rocking the 3-wood.
Yeah. All right. So it's 11:30. I know Frankie had a hard stop at 11:30.
That's right.
I'm not getting yelled at yet, so let's do Avengers.
Yes, let's do. Oh, yes, right. Frankie, I love you. Oh.
All right, hold on.
Yes.
I mean, I know we'll probably talk more about this game next week. Which version did you did digital, right, or no?
No, I got the physical. I got the Earth's Mightiest.
Yeah.
I got the statue.
Oh yeah, so yours will be in on Tuesday too. Then never mind.
Will it?
It's Tuesday the 1st.
No, is it? I thought it was. Do those come in early?
Yeah, that one.
I thought that the game launches on
Tuesday.
4th. Oh, then
Yeah,
I can do it for the next. I can do the unboxing then.
Yes.
For next show.
You know, we could also probably play it because.
Well, I can play it. I'll just put it back in the box for the show and then take it out again.
I cannot wait.
There's nothing wrong with that. But now you've told everybody you're doing it.
That's all right. They're going to want to see it.
Yeah.
True.
We know what the game looks like, Mullo.
Right.
This is true. You guys have been playing it.
Nobody's going to go, oh no, that's Captain America. He's been taken out of the box before.
Well, are we going to talk about it now, or are we going to talk about it again next week when you play? You going to show gameplay next week?
Actually, I'd like to. Actually, that'd be a game Frankie and I could play a lot.
Yeah. So why don't we do this? Why don't you guys give your quick impressions of the beta, and then next week we'll do a full on. Well, so it depends on. All right. So next week's going to depend on one thing: how how
Are
quick
we
I-
going to have console launch prices?
Yeah. Well,
No.
So remember, I'm going on vacation next week. So
Those aren't coming till November.
You guys might
That's
have
right.
to do. You guys might
It's
have
when you
to
get an
do
email
this.
from PlayStation saying you've been selected. Yeah,
You-
to do
you
your
guys-
pre-order.
Yeah.
You guys might have to do this with a WGFC or something.
Who?
Because I'm coming back from the beach on Thursday. Peter's not going to be back till Saturday, right? You're going away as well next week.
Man,
So-
I am just hearing excuses out the ass right now.
And where do you think I'm going to run the podcast from? When I'm in Ocean City.
Your hotel room, like Peter does?
I can't take the PC that's got the OBS on it. You
Yeah,
might
you
have to.
The
Chris
Hangouts.
might have to pick this one up and do a WDFC.
I can't be on WDFC.
Well, I won't have Coop or maybe I don't know Daz. If he wants to do a late,
Well, it'd be a
we'll figure it out.
You can do a
it'd
hangout.
be a CJF.
Why can't it just be an NLG show without the two important people?
Now wait a
Yeah.
second.
I said
Why are
it.
you-
Right.
But John and you will be there. John and I'm
Yeah,
not,
but
I'm
we're-
not important.
I'm not Peter. John isn't Peter.
Right. I'm not Chris either. I'm John.
Thank God.
I am not important.
Nah, we can do it next week.
Chris.
I'll get it set up because
Okay.
the last time I did WDFC I used Skype.
Well, I
Okay.
can't, Chris can run it, can he?
Yeah, I could actually, because you have OBS, right?
Yeah.
I can shoot you over the profile, and you can see if you can import it into your OBS, and then you'll have all of this.
Me, Chris, and Frankie can do the show.
Well, I mean, and I could call in from my phone or something if I'm on the road.
Right.
So, all right, I will send you.
You can't get in the Wheel of Names, though.
No, but I'll send you the files for the show here, and you can see if you can fire it up.
I'll play around with it
Okay.
Monday through Wednesday.
So,
Yeah, that'd be great.
so
All right.
what
So
are we
the
doing then?
Avengers
Oh, we
beta,
can-
and then we can get out of here.
All
right.
yeah.
Now, I did not play the beta. Peter, did you play the beta?
I did not.
Chris, did you play the beta?
No.
Okay, so it's just
Forgot
John
to
and
download
Frankie.
it.
It's John and Frankie show again.
why didn't you play the beta?
Time.
I don't know. I like
Are you,
Avengers.
it's because you're mad about Spidey, isn't it?
but-
Greedfall.
Oh yes, very mad.
Oh, Peter, I know is playing Greedfall. That's a given.
Right.
That's acceptable.
Thank you.
Chris, on the other hand, though, is fucking getting all mad about Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Trash talking Avengers.
I'm more excited for the DC stuff that came out more than Avengers.
Fuck, I want to talk about that too.
We'll talk about
Well-
that next week as well.
I tell you what, I'll go first with the beta
All right.
thing real quick, and then I'll let Frankie go. I won't be long. Anyway, I started off. I had heard about the beta, and usually I don't play betas at all. Like I like to be surprised, and I thought, man, it's a beta. Things at work were going pretty good. I thought I got some extra time. I thought, yeah, let's play the beta. So I started playing this game, and I'm telling you right off the bat, man, with the content in the beta, the combat's great, the graphics are great. I was having a lot of fun. The superheroes, you got Captain America, the Hulk, you got Miss Marvel, Black Widow. Who else am I forgetting? Iron Man,
Thor, Iron Man.
Thor, and
How
Iron
many
Man.
people can play co-op together?
That I don't know, but when I first started off,
three?
there's like
Three or four.
3 or 4, I believe. But I started playing, and I went through all the characters, and there's like story arcs for all these characters, and I know that there's going to be more heroes, and they're going to keep adding to this game and adding to this game. But I got in, and I started playing, and I thought, man, this is really cool. This is like a huge MMO with superheroes, but the graphics, I was impressed. The combat was fluid. You play, as you level up, there's tons of perks that you can use in combat or for defense. You're picking up items, and it almost reminded me of it's like the superhero game version of Destiny. I'm picking up all this gear, and you get better gear, and you're going through these missions, and it's kind of structured like Destiny. You can go out and do Warzone missions, and you can either play and go online and play with other people, random people, or you can just go and play and do these missions with AI counterparts. And what I did notice as I was leveling up each of the characters evenly, so I played Iron Man for a little bit, then I'd switch to Thor, then I'd switch to Hulk. Surprisingly, out of all the heroes, my favorite characters were the two female characters, and that was Miss Marvel and Black Widow. Black Widow, I just loved her skill set, man. She was like a ninja. Once you do certain things, you get power-up moves, abilities, and you could trigger Black Widow's power move ability, and she had kind of like a javelin that you could fight with. The game just really impressed me. It was really, I mean, and usually I don't play the betas, but I couldn't put the game down. I kept playing and wanted to play longer and longer, and I know some of our friends like Jago, he's been playing it, and I noticed some other people, and I heard Jago saying some very positive things about it. But I felt real good about my purchase, enough so that I bought the Ultimate Edition, which is a pricey $220. But I went ahead and paid for it because I liked the game that much. I can really see myself spending like a lot of hours in this game. And of course, now that Frankie's getting it, hopefully maybe Frankie and I can go play together co-op and do a bunch of missions and stuff, man, because I need somebody to. Games like this are always fun to play with friends or go to it with more than one person. So maybe me and Frankie could hook up and play a lot of co-op, together.
Fuck yeah.
So it's not cross play.
I don't think so.
Have you heard anything about that?
I don't know about that, Chris. I'm not sure.
I guess if it was, I guess you're on Xbox. Spider-Man would be like kind of blink out, kind of dark. You can't even, that'd be weird.
You'll just see enemies just flying across the screen, but you won't see what hit them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that is a problem. Huh? That's dumb. I didn't think about that. But yeah. So hilariously enough, John, I did not like playing as Black Widow. I don't know why. I honestly, it was just that opening section you played. That was the only bit of her I played. I know I unlocked her, but I didn't really mess around with her too much. It was a lot of Hulk and Miss Marvel, which I love the way Hulk plays in this game. He's just fucking ridiculously overpowered, and I love watching him fly around all these walls and then just come down and smash the shit out of people.
Oh,
it's so great. But I will say though, the Black Widow and Iron Man, I felt like Iron Man just, and I kind of blame Anthem for this, because Anthem, for as much as I hate that game, the flying and shooting mechanics in that game are second to none. So playing Iron Man, I felt like he feels a little sloppy in comparison to the flight and just general combat from Anthem, which that was a big selling point for me for that game was, oh, hey, it's basically the Iron Man game we're never going to get. And parts of it do feel pretty similar. Just the actual flying itself kind of feels pretty damn close. But I think it's just the way his combat works. He feels really sluggish, because he has these little charge blasts he does. And I just don't feel like they're effective for a lot of things, if you're getting into shootouts with people. It is kind of fun flying around with him and then just fucking falcon punching somebody when you're landing. That's kind of cool. But Captain America, Thor, Miss Marvel, and Hulk, I love playing them. I love how they all have their own distinctive play styles. Thor, as you would expect, you could just aim and just fucking whip the hammer at enemies. I love it. It's so good. And then, like when you go to recall the hammer with L2, as it's coming back to you, if it's going to pass through an enemy, it hits them on the way back to you. It's a lot of just small touches like that you really appreciate because it's awesome. And even the thing I love too, when you're playing as the Hulk, he's obviously going to be sitting there punching the shit out of everything. But his melee of it just feels heavy. When you're punching people with the Hulk, it feels like there's a lot more weight behind his hits than when you're punching with Thor or Captain America. And I think that's really great. And then I think it was Jago that retweeted it. But you can when you're playing as Captain America, you can bounce the shield off the ground into enemies. So I thought that was really, little things like that are just really cool. As you're messing around with the game, learning all the characters, kind of learning what kind of stuff you can get away with. And I did play enough of it to see like there's I forget what they're called, but they're like the little challenge cards for each character.
Right.
So you started working on some of those. Someone, I forget who it was, but someone seems to think those are going to become microtransactions or something, which, I mean, sure, I guess, that's a thing that could happen, but they're challenges. Like, it's literally they're telling you what you're going to get and how to acquire it. So I can't complain about a microtransaction that's linked to like an actual in-game challenge that, that's why you're playing the game. So I can't get upset about that. But even just kind of browsing like the store and seeing like all the different costumes they have for the characters right now, just the small selection that we got, like there's a lot of really, really cool attention to like a lot of older like story arcs and just different character models from a lot of these old Marvel stories that are in the game. That's really great. So I'm excited about it though. I wasn't really sure what to expect, which is why I wanted to play the beta. I just feel like the Avengers is always even any superhero game really. I feel like is a hard thing to hit. Like you have expectations with Insomniac taking over Spider-Man. They're a very established developer. You would expect, with Sony putting money they probably had to into making that game that it was going to be good. But like even I remember when Batman, like the Asylum games were coming out, like I had such low expectations because at that point it's like, oh, it's a licensed game, it's going to be shit, and so I still have some of that mentality. And, given that, I feel like a lot of the Marvel games have kind of been a flop, like the last time we played like a Thor game was this kind of a shitty fixed camera angle, God of War style, thing where Thor's running around just doing like Kratos style combos with his hammer. And, Green Lantern has a game like that. So, I mean, there's just we've been burned so many times before with a lot of these superhero games that getting to actually get hands-on with this game, play it, and like John said, like it has like a lot of that Destiny feel, like you're collecting gear, a lot of these different pieces of gear have different perks, you're going on these missions, as you kind of ramp up the difficulty, they have like different modifiers on them, so you're going into missions, like you want to have a gear slot that's good against, ice elements and stuff like that. So there's a lot of really interesting mechanics that they seem to have in play and in mind for this game. But my biggest gripe is just like the actual inventory screen itself. It seems like as you're going around, you can press a button that automatically equips your best stuff, right, but it's doing that based on a number. So if you have a piece of gear that's maybe a number lower, but it has more perks on it than the one that it's auto equipping for you, it's like, well, I don't want to use this green thing that's, two stats higher than a piece of blue gear I just picked up that's, I can upgrade. So there's a lot of that. There's a lot of different resources for you to collect. So like each like slot has its own resource tied to it. So you can upgrade your different pieces of gear burning through all these different resources that I think there's crates laying around in the levels as you're playing that you're gaining it that way. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it's a lot of stuff like that I appreciate that it's there, but I feel like it's also just kind of a lot, especially when it's not really being explained to you. I think like you have like these special moves that you have tied to the bumpers and stuff. And I think some of those are influenced by what gear you're wearing. I think some of your other attacks are like linked to if you have a certain type of gear that, like Jago's saying, so like there's a lot of stuff in here that the game really doesn't explain to you that you're kind of just figuring out as you're going, which to a degree is fine. But, like I feel like for a beta, like a lot of this stuff should have been explained a lot better than it was. But either way, I'm fucking excited to play this game. I had done the digital deluxe edition. No, I didn't do that one. I did like the middle tier pre-order, so the $70 one initially. So I had played the beta actually a couple weeks ago when the pre-order round came out. But then, John mentioned, the Earth's Mightiest edition. I was like, wait a minute, I vaguely remember that. So I went and looked it up, saw all the shit that was in it. And I was like, yes, I love the Hulk bobblehead. That's like the main thing I wanted.
Well, and like you said, Frankie, the Hulk, I played, what was funny is, I kind of knew when I started playing the Hulk, he's so powerful. But the thing I did notice, the one thing that I didn't like with the Hulk, which I'm glad they actually did, he's a very offensive character, but I found that the Hulk's defense wasn't that great, which made me happy because the last thing you want is the Hulk just going around and Hulk smash and everything and just being dominant or overpowered. I found that his defense, even when I played with the AI counterparts and I went on these missions, the Hulk was usually the first one that was down. So I'd have to run over there to revive him. So even though he's powerful, his defensive against, especially when you get up against enemies that have like ice abilities or elemental abilities, the Hulk seemed to struggle with those. So I kind of thought, well, yeah, the Hulk's cool, but he's not the guy for me that I want to play through with this game. But yeah, the game's awesome. There's Frankie touched on the inventory. There's also these crystal things that you find. And I can't remember exactly what they're called. If you go to the inventory screen, they're to the right, Frankie, and they're like these crystal things that add power to your character. And I can't remember what the name of those were. But there's tons of clothing items in here. And Frankie's right. When you're going along, if you hit one of your buttons, it'll equip your best gear. But sometimes it may put like a green item, which may be like a level 10, over a purple legend or, a purple exotic item that might be a level 8, which is really more powerful. You just haven't leveled it up yet. But anybody familiar with like MMOs type style game, you got your green, your blue, your yellow, purple, gold colors. So you know what you're dealing with as far as that. But I was really impressed when I played online and didn't even use the AI counterparts. The game played pretty fluid, especially with everything going on, and the graphics were really nice. I know some people are like, well, that's not Thor's face from the movie, or that's not Captain America's face from the movie, but that doesn't stop this game at all from being great. The graphics in this are very good.
Yeah, I think that's another thing that people need to get over. I know there's a lot of people who really just don't like a lot of the character designs, and look, to a degree, that's fine. But also, if you read the comics, if you go through any of those, like the different artists over the years have had so many different renditions of all these characters. Like yeah, I mean, I get it. They're the movie versions are the versions people instantly think of. But I think discrediting this game just because like they didn't use the likeness of the people from the movie. I mean, the game isn't even tied to the movie, cinematic universe, so it's not. I don't see why people should be expecting them to use those character models when it has absolutely nothing to do with, that story arc or anything about the movies, other than the fact that it's the characters, which are all from comic books.
Right. But definitely it's a game, and like I said, I've been buying a lot of collector's editions lately, and it's this definitely after playing the beta. When I stopped playing, man, I've been missing this game. Like, it's definitely a game that I played enough to where I was like, man, this is cool. I can actually sink my teeth into this one. And, like I said, if I get to play with Frankie, maybe a couple other people, it'd be great to party up and like really get far into this game and play it over a long period of time is what I'd really like to do.
All right.
So it looks like a fun game. I wouldn't mind playing it at some point, but it's not on my radar right now.
To be fair, I mean, they're
games.
doing like next gen versions of it, so
Yeah.
maybe by then, they'll have a couple DLC characters out, and I hope they do a free upgrade. That'd be kind of nice.
Spidey.
I'm sure he's timed.
They haven't said
timed.
anything
No, he's
about.
not. He is not timed.
Really?
No, and he's not timed because Sony. So I have a different kind of theory on this. Everybody has been talking about how Sony owns the movie rights to Spider-Man, because remember they lent Spider-Man to the MCU. They had a falling out. Spider-Man is now back kind of completely with Sony and Columbia Pictures, and I think that's why you haven't seen a new Spider-Man yet, because I don't know if they know what they're doing with even being able to use Tom Holland. So, and they can't follow they can't follow the storyline that they kind of finished off with Far From Home. So my theory on this,
I thought they resolved all that.
I do not believe so. I don't think so. At least not that I saw. And I think this is the reason why Spider-Man is exclusive to the PS4. I think that this is more on Marvel than it is on Sony. And the reason I say that is Marvel wants Spider-Man back in the MCU in the worst way. Now, this is not an MCU game, as you just said. This is not part of the cinematic universe. This, to me, is a grease the palms move. Because this is also not based on the movies, or on the Spider-Man movies at all. And Marvel Alliance had Spider-Man in the Switch game, so it's not like Marvel and Sony have some sort of exclusive deal for Spider-Man forever. But they want Spider-Man back in the MCU, and I think this is simply greasing the palms and trying to get some sort of deal with Sony to get Spider-Man back in the MCU. And if
No, he's back in.
Are you sure? Then maybe this is part of that deal. So I'm telling you, I think that this has a lot to do with Spider-Man being and needing to be back in the MCU, because otherwise there's no movie tie-in to make this some sort of, like, Sony doesn't have the rights to hold Spider-Man in this game. That right came from Marvel. That deal came from Marvel. And I think, and if Spidey's back in the MCU now, that's why.
I'll tell you what, though, guys, really, this game surprised me, because I went in and I thought, man, I've played, like, what was the other DC hero game I had this on that I had on the Xbox that I played that was sort of like this. You played with the DC. But
that was okay.
DC Universe, or
maybe. So I was kind of, when I went into that, I was kind of, but I played this, and this actually blew me away. I actually played this for hours, and I don't normally do that, especially with the beta. So I don't know. This would be a lot of fun to play with friends. I'll say that.
Oh yeah. But I mean, with the whole deal with Sony and Spider-Man is being on the PlayStation, it's not a big deal. I mean, it's not a surprise. And
I actually,
I'm just saying, to me, it's not a big deal.
I'm with Chris. Like, the version they're using is like their own Spider-Man. Like, they're not even using the PS4 one, so it's strange. But just like hearing how they're doing the DLC characters, like where they're doing Hawkeye first, and he has like a little story arc that is based on one of his good story arcs in the comics. These characters coming in later are not at all like going to affect the main story of the game. So Spider-Man being in there, like, he wasn't really always an integral part of the Avengers. Like, he was for the Civil War storyline, but honestly, like,
he was in the West Coast Avengers, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
in Secret Wars. In the Secret Wars, he was in that.
Yep, and in the cartoons, the cartoons that came out on Disney, he was part of the Avengers. Spider-Man is a big deal. This is not Ant-Man. This is not Hawkeye. This is Spider-Man. This is one of the big characters in the Marvel universe, and this would be like, so will be interesting about Batman not being in the new DC game. If he's not in the new DC game, what does that
dead.
mean?
He's absolutely dead.
He's dead. All right.
Yeah.
So.
They've confirmed that.
Yeah.
Okay. But I mean, but
Really?
to a lot of people, that could be a big deal. I mean,
They're
he
lying.
is a big character.
Gotham Knights. It's they said Batman is dead in their game universe.
He ain't dead.
That game looks
Watch
good.
when
though.
you get to the end of the game or whatever.
But imagine,
probably.
if Batman. So let's say Batman is not. But imagine Batman is exclusively a character in the Xbox version of Gotham Knights. I mean, that's to me, it's the same level. I mean, Spider-Man is a mainline character, even if he's kind of newer to the Avengers. He's still a big name character, and that's.
No, I get that. I agree with that. Of course, I mean Spider-Man, but I'm just saying, like, the overall, like.
Yeah,
I mean, if you're really a big
presence in
Spider-Man
this
fan,
game.
then, and you really want to play him on, just play it on PlayStation. But other than that, I mean, play where you want. I mean,
Now that Gotham Knights, now are they doing since Batman's not? And I watched a little bit of it. I kind of missed when they were talking about that. Is the Dick Grayson, Tim Drake in it? The Red Hood? Who are all the characters? Are they going to have the different Robins that played down? Are they in this game? Or I mean, is it Nightwing?
Nightwing.
Yeah.
So
and
Dick
that's
Grayson,
Dick Grayson.
and then,
Yeah.
Tim Drake's Red Hood.
Okay.
And then
That's cool.
Is it Batgirl? Batwoman? Batgirl? I don't know which one it is.
yeah, Batgirl.
Yeah. So it's those 4 characters, which I don't understand how a lot of people thought that was a games as a service game. I saw a lot of that going around. So like they confirmed like, yeah, it's not. You can play it co-op. So, but yeah, I'm honestly like I'm really excited about that game too.
Yeah. Well, I don't mind Batman. I mean, Batman's my favorite superhero of all time. I like him because he doesn't really have any powers. He's just a human. He's going out there fighting crime. And I that's the fact that he's not all powerful. That's the one thing that always drew me away from Superman. I like the fact that Batman can be hurt. He's human. He's got, I like that aspect to him, that he's out there fighting crime like that, that he's using his mind and not just superpowers. And I've always liked that about Batman. But him not being in the game.
You know what his superpower is?
Right.
He's rich.
Money.
Right. But him not being in the game doesn't even affect me because you've got characters like Dick Grayson who becomes Nightwing, and he's in this game. So that in itself, and Batgirl. I mean, sometimes we get so hooked on games like, why isn't Spider-Man? Why isn't Superman? It's kind of nice to see some of these other characters, even if you call them secondary characters. It's kind of nice to see their side of their story to play.
Absolutely.
So it's kind of nice not having Batman in the game. To be
Yeah.
Well, but it's also not called Batman. I mean, it's
right.
and
true.
where this is called the Avengers, and I think there is a
Right.
difference there. But I agree with you. It's cool. It's we get a Batgirl game. I don't think there's ever been a Batgirl game, has there?
No.
I don't know.
Yeah, but it's not a Batgirl game. It's
But I mean, but she's. I think
it's in the same universe with the other side characters.
My guess is that
Batman.
she's one of the mainline like she's going to be the mainline character to that, which is fine. At one point, Bird of Prey was based on, so I mean, it's not. Yeah. There was a point in time where he was, too disabled to fight, and so, he worked with her, and then vice versa. She worked with the younger Nightwing. I'll tell you what I would have liked to have seen if they were going to do that, especially with Robin. I would have liked to have seen a Teen Titans game.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. I think those are great characters to pull off.
And what about that villain, man? There's one villain that I would love for them to stick in a superhero game. And if anybody's listening out there that's making these games, it was in this. Remember the old Super Friends cartoons we'd watch on the Saturday? His name was Mixelplick.
Yes.
And he would, if you got him to say his name backwards or whatever,
Mr. Mixelplick.
yeah, he would go back to his alternate universe that he lived in. I would love to see that guy as some kind of enemy in one of these games, like some of these enemies that you don't hear too much about.
That was the dumbest villain, though. Only in that. No. Only in that. Who in their right mind would actually be? It's like Rumpelstiltskin. How stupid are you to be fooled into saying your name backwards?
Well, look at those guys in the Hellraiser movies that are messing around with that puzzle box that sends them to hell, and they know that they're going there, I mean, yet they still mess with it, They can't resist it. You have to say Mixelplick. It's too fun.
It's like what's his name from the Flintstones? What was his name?
Oh,
you had to trick him into saying his name too. He would show up every once in a while. I thought it was not Madzu, but something Zoo.
Madzu, what a great guy. All right, it's midnight. You gotta take us home, Mike. I'm gonna get in trouble.
Yeah.
Hey! I was ready to go at 11:30. So,
right.
I know.
Okay.
I know.
It's been a great show, though.
No, it has. It has.
Yeah.
So, and we still have almost the full boat. Only a couple of people rolled out because of the time. So let me bring this back. So
good show, a lot of content.
Yeah, and we really didn't hit a lot of news. I who needs news when we've got games to play?
Everything from Peter and Chris and Frankie and all of us and Mike and your stuff, all the games that we cover, man. People like hearing that, man.
I like it.
I mean, that's better than talking about the old stuff that everybody else is talking about all the time.
Yeah.
I'm just glad we can help keep Peter awake so that he can play more Greedfall.
Mm-hmm. Peter's awake. He's ready to play, man. When he gets off, man, I know him. He's going to get on Greedfall.
He's ready for bed now. I mean, he's been playing Greedfall this whole time.
Daz said that Dazcast had no topics either. So
he's in the game though.
Yeah. No,
he's in the game.
I love it. And well, we got our first segment of Humble TK.
Humble TK.
So,
I like.
And
TK.
he will be our official. I have to go and look and see. I've almost got us all set up for, super chats and stuff. So Peter will be our super chat reader.
Ooh.
Right.
So. All right, so thank you, everyone. Chat room. What can I say, man? I love you guys so much.
Thank you guys for your support. You know, people like JK or Jago and Daz, all you guys that are here, you guys that are here week in, week out, we appreciate so much.
And our new friends,
everybody.
Your Games, who's hung out with us a couple of times now. Who again I met over on Pete's channel, and a lot of the guys from that Pete crowd has come over here, and I tell you what, I say it every week. I love that crowd. I love who is in our chat room. I really do. You know, will it be cool when we get 100 people? Sure. But these 25, 30 people that are in our chat every week, I take them every week. So, we super chatted EBT. That's not right there. Oh, that's not right. So, and you know what? It's great to see. It's great to see our brother Drake in the in the chat. You know, we're gonna get him on. We're gonna get him on soon. Couple weeks, we'll get him on and catch up.
We're making him run around that baseball field or not?
I don't know. That's all. That was fun the last time he was on. He's walking around. So now we love you, Mr. Heutink. Anyway, so thank you guys, and of course, brothers, another one in the books. It wasn't too bad. I got some work to do to kind of tweak stuff on the from there's a couple of things I got to figure out here, but good nonetheless. And I'm going on vacation next week, so
well deserved.
Yeah,
it feels good, Mike. It feels good.
I need it so bad. So, but
I haven't had one in a while. So
yeah, so hopefully maybe Chris, maybe you can host next week. I'll send you the files here and you can play with it. See if you can get it to work.
Yeah, play with it, Chris.
Yep.
We'll have to put in 2 Craigs.
Well, if he hosts,
Craig Mullis.
Craig TK.
If he hosts, I can still
Craig TK.
I can still join in. I just can't do anything. I can't.
Now I'm hearing Craig
to run
Mullis
it.
will be here next week.
Right,
So.
Craig
Craig
Mullis
Mullis
and
sounds
Craig
good.
Heutink. Yep, I like
Craig TK.
See there, Daz just said, or do a WDFC. See, De Niro could fill in for me. He's been wanting to come on the
Right.
show. So, De Niro, we're brothers. He, comb his hair like mine, look like me. Sorry. All right, guys. Hey, I'll see you all sometime. If it's not next week, it's the week after. But Chris will hopefully run the show next week, so hopefully we will have an NLG show. And everybody have a great weekend. Make it a gaming weekend, and we'll see you all soon. Play on, gamers.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah,
Come on,
appreciate
guys.
everybody. Have a good weekend.
Frankie, you're not even going to say goodbye to our people?
I'm just giving De Niro pointers.
Okay.